Yo, yo, yo. Test, test, test. So, where are we? Test, 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 test. Yeah, this one's better. This is what I want. Okay. Anybody in here already? Except for... Ooh. 85. This is where we go, right? Wait, why? Oh, I need to trade with the bot. I keep forgetting. Oh no, now the bot thinks. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry, bot.
Hey, man.
Hey, I can hear you. Awesome, man. Dude, I've been trying to trade with the bot, the card holder bot for the cards for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. And I keep forgetting to accept the invitation to trade. So naturally the bot thinks, oh, maybe I myself am offline. So the bot like restarts Magic Online and everything and doubts itself and is like, oh my god, I'm a bad bot, I don't work. No, it's just like Julian gets distracted and doesn't trade with the bot. Like every couple of minutes.
Who am I even?
Yeah, exactly, right? Every couple of minutes I'm like, initiate trade, and the bot is like, oh yes, let's trade. And then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be back. And the bot is like, oh, nobody wants to trade with me. And then I answered back, and then it's like, bot is offline. And that's when you know they closed Magic Online automatically and restarted it. It's actually kind of crazy. I have no idea how the software actually works that basically powers or runs these bots. Like, it's not like Magic Online has an API that you can just like tune into and create a bot. I have no idea how it works. Ooh, dude.
They got the AI going.
Yeah. Not so much AI in Magic. A friend of mine actually wrote a program like quite a while ago that plays Charbelcher, Goblin Charbelcher in Legacy. And it could like estimate like which kind of hands it needs to go off, and also like whether the hand is good enough. Like for example, you could create these parameters, which was like, oh, if you can like make 14 goblins on the first turn, that's probably gonna be lethal. That's basically treated as a kill, even like 12. And also other stuff like, can you beat one piece of interaction and that kind of thing. It's wild. Ugh.
The rise of the machines.
The rise of the machines.
The rise of the machines.
I mean, I don't know how they do it for poker. Apparently, like you're not allowed to run like a poker bot that like wins heads up matches and everything. But it's also kind of hard to detect, I would guess. But maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe there's specific ways they can detect it.
I mean, in chess right now, I don't know how much you follow chess, but there are so many accusations right now in chess, mostly like from the older guys who apparently can't keep up. You know, there's this one guy, Kramnik, you might have heard of him. He's former world champion, but I think he's only 48 years old, but I like to say he's like the oldest 48-year-old in the world. It's because...
Or he looks like he's 70.
No, not even like... Yeah, I guess also his looks, but that's not so much it. It's more like his mannerism. Like when like the guy streams at times. And sometimes, you know, for some people, when you meet them, and you just hear the way they click their mouse. You know, oh my god, you were born before, like, I don't know, the Soviet Union or something. This is like, some people, they click their mouse and you can already tell they're pressing down the button as hard as they can, and then they release it after 2 seconds, and that's how they click a mouse. And you just hear that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's old age right there.
That's old people mouse clicking, right? And that's how he plays. And he always loses because he plays like 3-minute blitz. And of course, like, you time out if you're too slow. And he just, like, he's so slow. And even just like every time you hear his mouse click, you feel like, oh my god, like your entire life passes you by in front of your eyes. It's just, yeah. And he keeps going around blocking and accusing everybody of cheating. And now they set up a grudge match. So there's this one of the new young guys who's like really good, and that guy, they are playing like in Magic we would say a paper match, like over the board in Valencia in Spain. I think in June or July. So they will fight it out. And apparently they play like half the matches on a computer and the other half of the matches like with actual pieces on a board. Kind of want to see it.
Yeah, computer chess, I mean, I think it's cool to practice and stuff, but like any big tournament, it just seems like way cooler to do it in person.
Yeah, it is. I just watched the candidates tournament where they basically they battle it out over, I want to say like 2 weeks even, I'm not sure, for the chance to challenge the world champion for the title. And that's just so cool. So cool. Also like so flavorful. Imagine we had that in Magic, right? A reigning world champion, then all the world has to fight each other and then like the rest of the world has one champion, and the champion is supposed to go up against the world champion. I mean, there's something to it, even though it's kind of weird because the current world champion of chess, basically ever since he won the championship last year, he's almost vanished. Like it's this Chinese guy, and he basically like he stopped playing tournaments for several months, and like then am I stupid? Anyway, Ling, and he just came back and then lost a lot, and people are like, oh, is he even gonna try to defend his title? So now I'm curious whether he's actually, I mean, he's gonna play, he already said that, but whether he's gonna be up to it, we will see.
I feel like in the world championship of Magic, instead of a heavyweight belt, they should have like a heavyweight Mercadian Mass Brainstorm helmet.
Okay, I'm voting for you for president of Wizards of the Coast. You know that they're gonna relocate their apartments to their headquarters to you, and you can like make all the most flavorful decisions. I'd support that.
I just walk in eating fried chicken. Yeah, try this, and they're like, "You're a genius." Only in my dreams.
Did you get to play some Magic lately? Because I feel like the format is like super hardcore right now. There's like lots of killers out there.
I haven't played any. I haven't been able to make it to the game store. Work's been good, but like crazy busy. A lot of stuff going on. I might actually, you're mentioning poker. I have someone I'm making a song with, and he's got the in with one of the head producers, and he's going to come into town in a few weeks. And so we have a song we want to show him, and if he likes it, it might be put on the show for the World Poker Tour.
Okay, wow.
So that's kind of exciting.
You keep surprising me with the stuff that you do, seriously.
Yeah, I had a singer fly in from Tennessee last Monday to sing it, and he's like toured with some pretty big bands, like Slipknot and Korn.
Okay, I know those guys.
Know them.
Yeah,
but yeah, he came in and he was pretty funny. You know, he walked in here and he's like, I offered him water, and he's like, no, I got nature's water, Bud Light. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
He was just cracking jokes all night. He was pretty funny.
Oh man. So yeah, I also didn't get to play a lot of Legacy Magic lately. I think I played the Legacy Challenge on Saturday. I played Blue Black Rescaminator, and that deck bored me out of my mind. And also like out of, I think, 5 rounds, I played like 3 mirror matches. It was just like the most annoying thing ever. It's like really not that deep strategically, more like tactically. And then in the last round, I had a potential win it in for top 8. And I was just like so bored of that deck that I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to play the match, and then I walk away from my computer and I come back half an hour later, and of course I had already timed out. And turns out I would have been ninth place anyway, so no harm, no foul, I guess. But yeah, it says everything you need to know about like the current state of it. Our deck not touched all that much by it. I mean, it's always kind of like an uphill battle. But right now, dude, we will see. Maybe this is where we 5-0, but like as the metagame is right now, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like not that great of a finish, but we will see.
Yeah, I mean, it's all just for fun anyways. I was happy to see the Goblin sticker get banned. That was, I don't know if it's reflected on Magic Online yet, but that card was not like a huge thing, but it was just kind of an annoying card.
So how do I ban this person in chat? Just click this. Guess that was advertisement, didn't even properly read it. Oh yeah, it is. Hey, Gustavo, by the way, there's no substitute to elves right now. Like, there's really nothing like it, not even remotely close to it. You can play...
Not the traditional elves, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can play that's basically Cradle deck, but it's also by now, like, so far from elves. It's basically like, I keep calling it a good version of Nick Fit, which I think is kind of fitting. It plays a strong mid-game. Yeah, late game.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. And it makes use of Cradle, which is... I mean, when Cradle is good, it's the most powerful card in Legacy, but... Overall, the deck is good. Like, it's actually good. And if you want to play that, you should play it. But the experience itself is really not all that much like Elves anymore. There's really nothing like it right now. Like, on the podcast on Everyday Channel, I said that up until recently, Goblins kind of was like that with the Sticker Goblin, where you have, like, this opportunity to either steamroll your opponent early on or grind them out with tons of card advantage. But you already mentioned, right, Sticker Goblin is gone, so we don't really get to do that anymore either. So... Yeah.
I saw they were looking into, when I was reading the ban restricted announcement, they were looking into Grief and Bowmasters, which at least is kind of gives me hope.
Yeah.
Like, Bowmasters is cool, but it's just, I would love to be able to play elves again.
That's true. I don't mind Bowmaster as much. I find, like, Grief to just, like, make horrible gameplay. It's not even about power level, right? Sometimes people try to, like I don't know, try to make it about power level, and I don't think it's really about power level. It's just like about terrible play experience, and Grief is the biggest offender in that. So I wouldn't mind if that was gone, but honestly right now don't really get to play as much Magic anyway. Did I tell you, like, next month I'm actually going to Greece, to Rhodes? Oh
yeah, you were telling me that.
Yeah, my boss is sending me there, and we're checking out like that surf station, and they do kite surfing, windsurfing, might even do wave riding, I'm not sure. They do foil. What is there? There are a couple of other stations that we're going to check out, but mainly that one that we go to. It's kind of funny. I actually just sent my first client to that place, and he had the time of his life. So I'm excited to go there for myself now.
So you haven't never been there?
Never. Like, I've always wanted to go to like the Greek Isles. I've been to Corfu. I actually don't even know what Corfu is in English. Corfu, Wikipedia, English article. Oh, it's Corfu as well. Yeah, I would have guessed. But that's like on the very west side. It's completely different. It's more like Albania. By the way, everybody's going to Albania right now. Like, my colleague at work is going to Albania this summer. Another friend of mine is in Albania already. Another friend of mine just was in Albania. Albania is booming like crazy. They already they keep pushing Albania as a tourist destination, which it had not been in the past. And I hear they're like about to join the European Union or something. And I also see that like a lot of like the big tour operators, they already are offering, well, basically package deals for Albania. So yeah, if you want to buy some, I don't know, Albanian shares or something, I don't know if you can like buy shares of a country. How would you do that? I guess buy their currency or something. Well, that would be actually, would they get the euro? Well, we will see.
Well, if they went in, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, I never thought about visiting Albania.
Nobody, right? Have you watched Wag the Dog? It's a 90s movie.
No.
Okay, if you, I'm gonna type it in chat. This is one of the greatest movie. Wag the Dog. It's one of the greatest movies ever. It has like Robert De Niro and I'm stupid. Don't remember the other guy. Anyway, I want to say Philip Seymour Hoffman, but it's not. It's anyway. Wag the Dog is amazing. Where they are counselors of the American president, and then there's like there's the election coming up, and there's a big scandal because apparently he touched like a young girl or something, and then they try to, you know, create a different scandal. So they create a fake war. So they hire a Hollywood producer who's supposed to like produce the war. So they start like getting the agenda out there, like, oh, we are attacking this country and that country for that reason. Then they create like fake movies and stuff. It's like, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
Oh, wow.
And they, you know, at some point they decide, okay, we're gonna fight against Albania. And I think the conversation goes like, but why Albania? Well, why not? What do you know about Albanians? Well, nothing. See? What have Albanians ever done for us? I don't know. See? They're shifty. They keep to themselves. You can trust them. It's absolutely hilarious. Dustin Hoffman. Yeah. Thank you, Beagle. Dustin Hoffman is the other guy. It's so hilarious. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Wag the Dog.
Okay, I gotta see that. That sounds fun.
My favorite conversation also is so basically at some point there's peace. I guess that's not too big of a surprise. And then the conversation is like, you know what we should do? We should give the Nobel Peace Prize to the president. And then the other guy is like, well, but there was no war. And then he just looks out the window and says, all the greater accomplishment.
I was gonna say, I thought it would say like exactly my point.
Dude, that movie is great. So if you ever get to see that. The last time Albania was famous was Wag the Dog. Yeah. Oh, that's true. And every time they play Switzerland in football, but that's a different story. Oh, dude, do we want to run back the list, or do you want to make any changes?
You know, I can't think of any changes, especially not being like super familiar with how the meta is with any new cards. I haven't looked at what's been really shaping the format, so I would just run it back unless you have any suggestions.
Not really. Honestly, I'm also been somewhat out of it lately, like at least this month. So let's just jump in.
I thought it was really good. Like, it was fun last game. We just have to be careful on time.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think we timed out on one of them.
Every single time. Okay.
That's the true
It's a true
tier
enemy.
1.
Yeah.
It's the tier 1 deck.
Here we go. At least my mouse is actually charged. The other day I was playing Cyberpunk and my mouse ran out of battery. I was like, oh no!
Oh, I keep thinking that's going to happen with me when I'm playing Diablo 2 Resurrected. Because I have been playing like a decent amount of that on the hardcore ladder.
Dude, on hardcore?
And
yeah. Imagine if that happens. You can't, I guess you can like, so back then when I played Diablo 2, I even played Resurrected for quite a while, about a couple of years ago, but when I played Diablo 2 back then, the thing that people did on the hardcore ladder was Alt F4. Just whenever any problem comes up, Alt F4 and you're out of it.
You know, I should probably do that because I usually do the escape route because I used to always play on a Mac, and now, you know, I have to be on a PC because it's not for Mac. But I keep hitting my Windows. I think my Windows button's going to eventually kill me because I'll hit the Windows button because it's right next to like the show loot on the screen tab.
Yeah.
And so I'm hitting that button all the time, and I swear that Windows button's going to kill me. But I did lose 2 like high level characters in the last couple weeks. It was like a 95 source and a 96 source. I was pretty bummed about that. Whoa. But the new season's in like 3 days, so I'm not really bummed.
Okay. Whew. You know, they're getting rid of the Windows key. Of one of the Windows keys. I think the right one. They're gonna replace that with the Copilot key.
I wish they did the left one. I wonder if you could like disable it. I don't know if
you should probably. I mean, it's Windows, right? You can do anything.
Yeah, I gotta look into that.
So, do we like do the conservative route and just go like crab pass, or do we try to get them with the opposition agent?
I like the Oppo.
Yeah,
the
me
Oppo
too.
plan because really crab, you know, crab's great, but
Let's
like to
get
get
them.
him.
Opponent was last seen playing Absent Stoneblade. Oh, Absent Stoneblade is probably gonna be like Death in Texas, and we will see. It's really hard to say. Yeah, it looks like Death in Texas. Okay. In that case, I guess we still run it out, right?
Yeah. Let's put some pressure, make him swords it.
The only thing that's awkward is that we are gonna get the underground sea, but that's okay. So ideally we draw a fetch land next turn. No fetch land. I guess we want to brainstorm because we really want to get that second land.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, no need of the Tashas right now. Don't really need the extra Dark Ritual. Let's get rid of that one. Yeah, let's do it like that. Oh, by the way, they are on 80 cards. Once we get to like 80 cards, we really need our crabs to do a lot of work. Because that's our biggest potential for like massive mill. Massive mill sounds some kind of band.
That might be my next band.
It's not like massive attack. Yeah, no, there's massive mill.
I had a student of mine. He was younger, and he had a band called Seasonal Lesbians. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I got all these girlfriends and like soccer teams and volleyball teams." And I thought, well, they're seasonal lesbians. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if you can get away with that. You're gonna get a bunch of crap for that. He's like,
yeah,
he doesn't care.
So. Oh, something fell down. That's fine. You know, at some point, I guess this is still a safe attack. At some point when we were recording the podcast, I don't know what exactly happened, but one of my trophies, my vintage trophy, actually fell down, like from a shelf I got up there, and it fell almost onto me, and I swatted it away into my screen on the right side. And it has like a very pointy end, and I swatted it wrong to the screen and I had to replace it.
Oh, it actually broke it.
Yeah. But it was for the bad. I didn't want that screen anyway, so it was almost like the perfect excuse to finally get a new one.
I'm planning on getting a new monitor for my computer. Are you talking about that screen or a Windows screen? Imagine a computer screen.
A proper monitor, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a 4K one because right now I've been playing a 1080 for Diablo, and it still looks nice because I'm used to Lord of Destruction, like super low graphics. But yeah, I'm gonna get a 4K pretty soon.
So what I got is a widescreen, which is like, I don't know, 3440 by 2100 something. But I mostly use that for like FPS. Like that's the like for actually working, it's not as nice. I thought it would be, but it's not. But I guess you might have seen what my rig looks like. Where is it? Probably got it somewhere here.
What FPS does it go up to? Like what frame rate?
144. So this is
yeah, that's
what I'm
about
with.
What I'm gonna get.
So this is
it's one of the curved ones.
Yeah, it's a curved one. And this is what I do when I do like commentary for. I guess this is also the setup when we play. But yeah, this is the full thing. And then that one in the middle is like for playing, and the other ones I turn off when I play something on this one. It's a lot of fun, but it's not necessarily necessary, I guess.
The curved aspect, I don't know if that would bug me. Like I have a client that I go and work with. I was there last night, and he has one of those curved ones, and maybe I just haven't adapted to it because I don't use it all the time, but to me it seems kind of strange.
I don't notice it at all. Like I would even forget about that it's curved. Okay, what's actually going on here? Opponent's not really doing anything right now, right?
They're just trying to get to
they
a
don't have
Yorian.
mana. Oh, well, at least now they got some mana. But at least like Stoneforge doesn't really do anything here. Come on, if we can find some... Well, we might actually kill them with Doughty Voidwalker before we even get to mill them. Brazen Borrower is nice.
I almost want to like brainstorm into just a fetch land to get fodder for Dothi if we find something really cool. But I don't know, you're probably right, just attacking with Dothi is our way.
Curious what they got here.
Solitude, maybe? Is that 3?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, word. Is there anything cute we can do? Not really. I mean, that's okay. It's basically just a 1-for-1. And if they ever try... Well, we can brainstorm now. We don't really have to, because like we also like just get good cards in hand. I think it's okay if we just straight up wait until we find like stuff we like. Right now we are okay-ish, and we can just like go one card deeper, and that way see one card deeper, and that way be more likely to find a fetch land and stuff. Like if we keep drawing cards we need, good cards, that's fine. There's a world where we maybe, you know, bounce this one. But we will see.
Or we get a crab and a Bruvac.
Okay, so... Raisin Borrower, this guy. Like, we can get back a 2-2, right? That's how it works. It's not great. At least, like, we hurt the tempo quite a bit. Like, none of that is really great. Ah, let's get rid of it. Guess we're gonna get it back at 2-2 anyway. Yeah, this is actually... Oh god, this was actually stupid. Brrr, dude, I need to get into... Brrr, it is not... This is actually a horrible play now that I think about it. Because now we also don't get the Brazen Burrower. I wouldn't mind if we could just like straight up find another crab. So we could go like crab, brainstorm, and then find a fetch land. But they might actually... I'm curious whether they go after the opposition agent or they ruin crab. They go after the opposition agent. That makes me think they have either Stoneforge or... okay, which way do we want to do it? Either Stoneforge or the other thingy. Surgical, not that great. Thing is, as soon as they get...
Bridge?
Yeah, the problem is like they already have an answer to bridge. They have Caracas, they have Fiorian. And they have a while on 5, and they have basically this. And that deals with everything we have. At this point, they are only like 2 turns, depending on whether they find a land, 2 turns away from basically being able to take out one of our thingies every single turn, which is actually super scary. There's no good way to do this. Oh, and also, oh my god, we're actually like in a big problem. We're in big trouble here.
Is there an island with the windmill? Is that the proper Danish island, Bob?
Yeah, but that one's... Isn't that one supposed to be the Netherlands? On the Eurolands?
Is that an island or is that a plains?
No, plains. That's plains, yeah. There's like no Danish island. I have no idea which one the Danish island is. Yeah, our next 2 turns.
Well, we had a decent start.
Yeah, we had a decent start, but it kind of fizzled out. And then also like the Brazen Burrow play doesn't really make a difference, but we got nothing to really support it afterwards. This is also kind of like what I mean when I always like you know I always talk about like critical mass, right? And the only way to generate critical mass is like ruin crabs. Everything else is just like 1-for-1s. But ruin crabs have the
it is
the
harder on
potential.
an 80 card.
That's true. That is why, but let's see. Okay, most like if you can find a fetch land, that would be something. Okay, we got 1 fetch land, but even then, we're not getting there in time. So yeah, next turn we got another fetch if we want. That would be like 12 mil, right? And this is like another 6. That's 18. That's still very far from enough. And the turn. Oh, we're oh, dude, this is perfect. You know the card?
I haven't seen that one.
That one. Can I play Scarab Swarm? I always go like Scarab Swarm. No idea how to pronounce that. That one's from the Warhammer 40k decks. And this one, it shows up in Death and Taxes every now and then. And it's really cool because what it does is basically you get to remove all the artifacts and lands from one player's graveyard. Usually you target the other guy. But since we milled them so much, they remove their own stuff and you get a 1/1 flying, insect. Yeah, this is too much. You get a 1/1 flying insect for each one of them that you remove. And of course, like we get them a lot here. So let's see.
That's funny.
Okay, Death in Texas. That's annoying.
We just go hyper combo, right?
Yeah, very much.
Counters.
Very much so. Is there any... Do we want forces? I'm not even sure. So if we go hyper
maybe
combo...
force for... I don't even know if we need it yet.
The thing is, we're probably taking out too many of the blue cards anyway. So something like this. Surgical... Okay, and now we got like basically 6 slots. How many blue cards do we have? 4, 8, 11. That would make it 15. Then plus 3. That's 18 on a 61 card deck. That's playable-ish. Just very barely. Maybe Thoughtseize just straight up better. Wouldn't hate that.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate Thoughtseize.
Let me take out like 1 force and I'm going to 4, 8, 12, 15. No, that is not, it's not very serviceable, but everything else is also like not doing anything. Yeah, so it's still like, this is the best we can muster here.
Let's try it.
The Euroland island doesn't look like Denmark at all. It's more like Greenland. Opponent's gonna be like so confused. I was gonna say, when we have like John Van Leyla, the opponent's gonna be so confused. But this one we gotta ship it back.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we're already getting to the point where we got neither of the combo pieces, but we got like a kind of playable hand. I think we have to keep this one. And send back maybe a land, maybe the force. Honestly, probably the force.
Yeah.
You know what I just watched? I just finished Shogun on Disney Plus. Did you get to watch that?
No, I haven't really been watching much anything lately.
Oh, let's do it like this. Yeah, Shogun is fun. It's really fun. It's basically about like this historic English sailor who was like the first English person or something to go to Japan in like, I want to say 1598 or something. And he was then forced to stay there and help their military and everything. And then he even died there. And it follows his life path for a while.
That'd be a wild experience.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I think about how that must have been like. Back then, you had no idea, like not even the closest idea of what you were to expect there, right? Like it's not like you could like.
And you're
Google
the only
Maps.
white person.
Yeah, I mean there were the Portuguese were there because they were doing like missionary stuff, but there might have been like 10 white people in all of Japan at the time. Yeah, something like that.
And they're like, "You guys eat seaweed? What?"
Yeah, is that the biggest thing that would completely make you go like, what the fuck is going on here? Dude, I'd be down for some sushi. Now that you mentioned, you shouldn't have mentioned it.
Yeah, I'm craving it.
You too?
I'm craving it. I had it like a few days ago, but it's not often enough.
You know,
I need a sushi bar in my house.
It feels like everybody's going to Japan right now, and a big part of that is like that the yen is so weak. So like your money goes a much longer way. Let's get a swamp.
So otherwise, like Japan was pretty expensive, right? Like traditionally, like recently,
overall,
or until recently.
Overall, yeah, it's just like the currency is so lowly valued right now. So let's see, what are we gonna do here? Dude, I keep forgetting. What exactly can we do when we scheming symmetry with opposition agent out? So we
keep both cards.
Touch the library for a card, then shuffles and puts the card on top. So we get to put a card on top of our library, and then we can also take a card from their library, right?
Yeah, so I usually want to take a fetch land from them if they don't have anything else, just for more land drops.
Do you think they have a removal spell for our opposition agent though?
They might, but I'd rather him use it on Oppo than Dothy if we're trying to maybe get a Helm win.
Okay. And let's try that. Okay, so okay, we still got the kinda 2-for-1. And also they got rid of the Stone Fudge. That sounds good. Keep forgetting Brazen Bar can only target their stuff, right? Yeah. On the permanent and opponent controls. Yeah, log, exactly. Adams, I think his last name is Adams. I don't know what the first name was. Okay, so now we get to search a library, but the opponent also gets to search the library, so that's not as great, I guess. Do we search for Helm, actually? I guess, right?
I think we go for Helm, yeah.
Oh, dude, big mistake. Should have fetched first. Because now we can't play Doughty White Walker. Because we put the Helm on top. And then if you fetch, the Helm is no longer on top.
Oh, we didn't make our land drop.
Oh, that's awkward. Awkward. I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, and this is where they go, Wasteland. Yeah, I'll take out your Misty.
Ooh, you're right. Actually, I don't think that... Well, they don't really see that, right? They might have a Wasteland in hand, but I don't think they would put a Wasteland on top. Actually, what would they put on top here? I would guess... Recruiter... Flicker Wisp... we will see. We can't really tell, I guess.
Or we just don't play out the land because we know we're drawing Helm next turn anyways.
It's still okay. Like, if they want to Wasteland the fetch land, then it's still a 2-for-1 for us. But they already got like a kind of like a 2-for. Okay, that one's fine. Don't really care that much about that one. Okay. So they put nothing on top. Fair.
What's your favorite sushi roll of all time?
Spicy tuna is up there. I want to say spicy tuna, but also like I really like the rather plain ones if they're like done well. Like I really like salmon. Like I really like salmon.
Yeah, me too. That's my favorite.
Yeah, but it's the same for me. It's by far my favorite like type of fish. And then maybe when you put some avocado in there, oh yeah. And then of course you can do.
Do you like yellowtail?
Yeah, not as much as salmon because salmon is like up there. And I don't really get to eat yellowtail all that much, but I also like it.
That's my number 2.
I gotta try it.
Yeah,
try
and then spicy tuna is my number 3.
Should we could go like straight for the ley line, actually, now that we have 4 mana, might as well.
Yeah.
And get an island. I learned like I've been crafting or like rather like working on my sushi technique for by now like 17 years, and I think I'm pretty decent. But there's this Japanese guy in Florida, and holy shit, he's so good. He is so... I learned so much from that guy. He's got a YouTube channel, and like, especially during COVID, I was almost like binge watching that guy's YouTube channel because he's like...
What's his name?
Sushi Chef... See, I should know. Sushi Chef Florida.
Naturally.
YouTube. Sushi Chef Hiroyuki Tareda. That's the guy. How can I copy that?
So he goes from everything of like how you do the rice to how you prep to how you cut the fish and all that.
Yeah, he also shows us he works, at least like when he was doing the videos, he was working in a restaurant, and one of his like American friends, he was basically doing the filming, and he was just like showing it how it's done. He doesn't really speak all that much, and they have like super good chemistry about that stuff, and that's why I got really lost in it. Okay, so I guess we just run out the helm, right? We especially, like, since we've got a second one, and then we just hope we find one more land, or we don't even need one. We just need to get another turn. Like, watching that guy actually made me buy, like, a really, really good Japanese fish cutting knife. Allegedly a really good knife. Like, at least the internet told me it was a good one.
Which, like, I have one of the Damascus ones, but I don't know if that's, like, the best for fish, because I think you want, like, a really thin, flexible one, right?
Hey, dude, we're going for the third game. Mine is pretty thin, yeah. And it's also, like, really good if you want to do, like, sashimi, if you want to slice it. But I can't tell you, like, the exact difference. Like, they look kind of similar, like all the fish ones. But Damascus is more like... That's like an all-purpose one, right? I would guess.
Yeah, it's more all-purpose, I think. Like, the sushi ones are more like fillet knives, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The really skinny ones.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got here? I don't hate it. I mean,
Yeah, I
we're
would
on the
just
draw.
Thoughtseize first turn.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't have a wasteland. That would suck, though, if we did that.
Yeah, I think we might actually get a swamp on the first turn.
Yeah.
We might need the brainstorm for the first of all. I hope they don't play a turn 1 while, because I don't know whether we should force the while or not. Especially since they're mulligan to 6, like, maybe the while doesn't really do all that much. Savannah, okay. Stupid while.
I would force it.
Okay.
That's a lot of value for them.
Let's hit it. Leyland. Needed you one turn ago. Let's get that swamp out here. And Thoughtseize. In German, Gedankenergreifung, we call it. Gedankenergreifung. Okay, what we got here? What's the scariest out of those cards? Mother, we don't really care.
To me, it's Stoneforge.
Yeah, by far, right? It's also the card I fear the most. I mean, Thalia is gonna be annoying, but Stoneforge gets a stat, like, really quickly.
Hmm.
By the way, good call on forcing that while.
Yeah, Vile's scary when you don't have an answer to it, really.
While is while.
I mean, we do, but we don't. I mean, Raise and Borrow is an answer just temporarily.
There it is, by the way. Okay, passing back. They should make it a rule that if you don't play a land, you get to put Leyland to play. Something like that.
Or you draw a card.
Yeah, if you don't play a land, you draw a card, sign me up. Canadian Threshold would love that. Okay, they get the mother. Okay, so slowly getting somewhere. Interesting that they... okay, I guess it makes sense.
I would have almost...
Yeah?
I would have almost considered bouncing the Thalia just so they have to spend another turn playing it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can...
But then... so you're saying, like, as long as the Mother of Runes is still summoning sick?
Yeah, well, summoning sick, because then we're also exposing Dothi for less turns to his swords before we get Helm out.
But... You can... Yeah. I like getting this one out straight away.
Oh, we could still do it now, even. Yeah.
Guess we just attack here. Oh, we're down to 11? Ugh. I guess we have to attack anyway. Actually, no. Turn off auto yields.
Like, I would brazen the Thalia before the end of turn just to preserve life total for...
Before our end of turn, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, to preserve life total. Okay, let's do it. That one I can see. Okay, here we go. Oh, it costs 1 more mana, of course. That was something. Thalia attacks. Isn't that how they got Al Capone? They sent Thalia after him. You know what they should do, by the way? They should Caracas it, because now this fizzles, and now we don't get the creature. No, I'm not coming to Four Seasons. Not this one. Not sure about the next one. A couple of friends of mine, they are actually like traversing the Alps. They are riding their bikes across the Alps to go to Four Seasons to Bologna. It's actually hilarious. Not hilarious, but more like super impressive. They keep posting daily updates, and apparently they're going way too fast. So now they want to do some kind of like detour.
You want to do it again?
Well, they're still underway, but they might go into some kind of detour because they would be arriving.
No, I mean Thalia again.
Oh yeah, this one, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we even get the creature. You know, if we can find Dark Ritual in the land would do it. Bikes. Oh, I should have mentioned that. Yeah, they're riding bikes. Not horses or something. They're riding bikes across the Alps.
You ever been horse riding?
Yes, I grew up on a horse farm. I used to have my own pony.
How was that?
I was always scared of horses, like super scared of horses. Didn't really click with me.
Like all they gotta do is like kick you and you're dead.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what my parents told me from day one. I didn't even speak the language back then. Or speak at all. I did speak German eventually, I guess. But yeah, I was super scared of horses. Okay, so how is this gonna work now? I guess we just pass again. And attack. Yeah, they're winning. Actually, are they winning the damage race? Because now we're gonna get this one down. We will see. I even had my own pony. It was called Polly.
Ollie the pony.
Yeah, I traded it for a TV.
Oh wow. I traded my pony for a TV. That's not something you hear every day.
Yeah. Basically, we eventually moved away from the horse farm, and I got into school at some point, and then my parents, they were like, oh, but what are we gonna do about the pony? We can't just like, because the way I got it was actually, no, the other one, it was supposed to be slaughtered by somebody on some horse market, and then we found out, and then my parents were like, oh no, we're just gonna buy it so it can live. And so they couldn't be like, okay, now we're gonna give it away and somebody else might kill it. It's like, that's not how it works. So they were like, Julian, if you wanna like send your pony to this other farm, which is like decent, maybe with all the extra time that you now have, you could get like a TV deal. Deal TV? Yeah, sure. TV in my room. Let's sign me up.
Your eyes just go wide. TV?
Did somebody just say TV? Okay, so now we take 3 and we hit back for 6 and then we kill them. Technically, that's good enough, but we will find out. Oh no, wait, they have Orcish Bowmaster. They kill us. Oh, they got no black mana though. Oh, they do have black mana. Okay, we are dead. We are straight up dead. There's nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. Like, even if we find Force, that doesn't do anything. That's annoying. We got close. Like, we can sacrifice this guy to get the 4th land, to get out the helm, but that doesn't really help us. That stupid black source. I mean, might as well ponder and see what happens. Yeah, they now run out Orcish Bowmaster. Yeah, would have died either way. Okay.
That was pretty close.
We get to play a proper game.
I'm surprised they didn't have any removal that whole game.
Yeah. I mean, they were on the play on Mulligan to 6. That's already like, eh. And they're also on an 80 card deck, so it's also a little less likely. But yeah, actually, what happened to my pony afterwards? She actually used to live on a farm in Hungary. Yeah, we gave her a couple, like a friend of ours, she moved to Hungary. And she also was from that horse farm. She also had a couple of horses there, and she took her own horses there, and she took 2 of our horses there to Hungary, and then we would go visit like once a year.
That's cool. How was Hungary?
I can only think of stupid jokes. Very hungry. So the first time, actually, like, I also had a friend from Hungary, and when I was like in 2nd or 3rd grade, his parents actually took both of us to Hungary. And that was kind of cool because they had like this huge villa. I had no idea they were like super rich, but at that point I didn't know. So we go to that huge villa in Hungary, and the first morning I wake up there, I remember walking around the giant villa and thinking, where the fuck am I? What is going on? I like, my mind hadn't processed that I was like in a different country, in a different place. I just woke up like it was a dream, and I remember walking around that villa and being completely dumbfounded, like, what the fuck? That was my biggest memory about Hungary.
Waking up going, what the fuck, where am I?
Yeah, exactly. Like second grade. What's that movie about the tiger in the bathroom? Hangover. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Second grade Hangover Hungary edition. I drank too much Fanta and Coke or something. Awkward hand once again.
Yeah.
Sending this one back.
Yeah.
Okay, this is playable. Oh, and we even got the turn 1 dude.
Nice.
Sending back a Dark Ritual, and then we see how it goes. So yeah, by the end of July, I'm actually going to Spain again to do commentary on Impact Returns, like live commentary with Kai from the podcast. By the way, our last podcast episode of Everyday Eternal, you should check it out. It's on YouTube. That was the first one that we actually used webcams for. Okay. Ooh, dude, we might actually get them. Check this out. Check this out. No. Okay, but now, maybe? The most unhyped thing is if they play another land and then they crack the first one, and then we flash this in, and then they just like crack the second one and bolt this guy. I mean, this is already like kind of giving it away. Like we apparently we are a deck that really cares about beautiful basic lands, and those are always the guys who play like mono black. And I mean, we are not mono black, but they don't know, so they might expect. I would have
been tempted to do the Misty.
Yeah, the thing about the Misty though is like we don't really know what's going on, and I kind of don't wanna like run this one out and get a fetch land and get wasteland eventually. Now this is kind of fine. Also, that's why we preserve it for the Hedron crap. Here's what the opponent's gonna be up to here. Maybe it's just like straight up Doomsday. They have Venice. By the way, did you see that Venice like charges like some daily fee for tourists because there are way too many tourists, and they started charging a daily fee, and they are still completely overrun. And now they're like, okay, maybe we should just like double the fee, and people still want to go. I've been there once, was okay.
So how do they collect it? Is it just like do they put it in tax? Of how do they collect it?
I would guess like the way to get to Venice is basically you take a ferry. So I guess it's like collected via the ferry ticket or something.
Or if you have a visa, if you're visiting, you get like a visa or something. They're like, okay, you're here for 3 months. Yours $10,000.
Pawn still doesn't want to crack the fetch land. Okay, that's fine. I mean, maybe they literally got nothing to do. Okay, let's get this one out. Also, this way we maybe finally learn what they're up to. It's collected by hotels and Airbnb hosts. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, look, it actually is Storm. I mean, it could be Storm, I guess. It has Chrome Mox.
It looks pretty Stormish.
Stormish, yeah. Yeah, if it's gonna be one of those regular, like, what do they call them, overnight taxes or something, then it's gonna be collected in the hotel. I mean, the thing though about that is like most people, they don't actually stay in Venice, they just go there on the day trip, and then it wouldn't be collected. But maybe they're okay with that. You activated my secret trap card. Oh, it's only for the non-overnight visitors. I read that as it's only for the non-overweight visitors. Like, okay.
Non-overweight. Where's the cutoff?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, apparently
under 190. I'm going to visit Venice.
Some budget airlines actually they do weigh you. I only read about it.
Really?
I don't know how it's actually put into practice. Something about like your carry-on luggage or something, including your own weight, and I don't know. I read about it. I'm not sure how it actually works. Okay, so what do we have here? Besiege we got covered, right? Search your library. Burning Wish we don't have covered. Thoughtseize don't really care about. Whale we don't care about. Burning Wish. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. They might have a way to get rid of our dude, but then we run out the second one eventually. Okay. By the way, we can actually steal one of their lands, so we can make it harder for them to get the correct mana sources. We could... I guess we just take the Underground Sea, because we can also use that.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a black source?
Unless we can cut them off.
Yeah,
Black.
I was thinking. But they got like 3 black sources left. Bayou, Swamp, and Underground Sea. We could take the Bayou that only leaves Tropical as a green source, but green really isn't all that important. Actually, what else do they have here in the deck, by the way? Basically everything you'd expect.
I would take the UC.
Let's take the UC. Also, that's another card that actually feeds the crap. Loving it. Straight up Underground Sea, okay. Straight up Burning Wish. It's probably a remove spell for Opposition Agent. The cool thing about it, though, is that we... yeah, they choose Grape Shot. Well, actually, can they go for Grape Shot? I'm trying to remember what they got in hand. Why is it not showing anymore? It should. The cool thing is we got a second one. Ooh, and this one as well. So let's play this one first. Hit the library again. Okay, we got rid of the dress down. I guess that's good. I guess we don't run out the Voidwalker here, even though we could, because next turn there's a chance they just like get rid of this one, and then we want to have this one available still. I wouldn't even say Venice is slowly becoming a theme park. I think Venice very much has been a theme park for at least 20 years or so. Like, I was there in like 25 years ago, even longer, and it already was like so crowded and so annoying. The thing is, I also really love Florence. I've been there almost 20 years ago. And back then it was kind of crowded, but not too crazy. But then these days people tell me it's super, super insanely crowded. So, there's the... What's the bridge called? I want to say Ponte Vecchio, but isn't Ponte Vecchio in Venice? What's the famous bridge in Florence? Somebody in chat must know. We got some Italians in chat, right? What's the famous bridge in Florence? Because I loved, like, we went there for like a week or something. We visited some friends of ours who were doing like their au pair year there. Oh, it's Ponte Vecchio. Okay, yeah. So we would go like for like in the evening at night. We'd pick up ice cream and stuff and just like hang out on Ponte Vecchio. I love that so much, so much.
Venice marries the sea every year.
So what is the sea?
Mangork says, "Did you know Venice marries the sea every year?"
I had no idea. The only thing I know is that Venice is not exactly on the sea, but it's also not very far from it. And also Venice cured me of my World of Warcraft addiction. I keep saying that whenever the city comes up. I used to play hardcore like World of Warcraft for basically half a year. I was like insanely into it, like super insanely into it. And then I like for that summer we went to Venice, to Florence. And then I came back and never played it again. It's just like, I don't really feel like it anymore.
I played it like super heavy for like 6 years.
Ooh, okay.
My older brother has played it for 20 years. It's kind of nuts. He still plays it to this day, and he played it before I played it. Yeah, 20 years going on is kind of... I mean, it's kind of like me with Diablo 2. Like, I played Diablo 2 on and off. Not consistently, but on and off for like 25 years.
Wait, did you just say 45 years?
25.
Oh, only 5? I was like, how does someone play Diablo for 45 years?
Yeah, 25 years.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. I never played the first
It's just
Diablo.
such a good game.
Yeah, it is. Also, when Diablo, what's it called? Not remastered, reborn, the one that came out like 3 years ago or something. A friend of mine whom I used to play a lot back then, he got me really back into it. And then
the Immortal one?
Not the Immortal one. Basically, the Diablo 2 release that came out in 2021, and we played it so much, and then I kind of had to stop myself from playing.
So I think that would have been resurrected then.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
now
I
we get
love
them
that
on this
game.
one. I hope we get them on this one. I'm never quite sure. So now we get to pick something, right? We can take the tendrils. The thing is, like, we can take tendrils, and then they only have Burning Wish left as a win condition, right? Or we take Burning Wish, and then they only have tendrils left. Actually, technically, does Gaia's Will also do it? Yeah, Gaia's Will could technically also do it because they got Grape Shot. So those are like the 3 cards I'm looking at. And now I'm wondering, or is there anything else that actively helps us? Is there anything that we could pick? Like, for example, Whale of Summer seems really good, but we can't cast that, I guess.
Ad nauseum.
Yeah, we could cast Ad nauseum. That's a good way to maybe lose the game, but it sounds kind of cool. I don't hate it, actually.
just for the style.
You could also get Brainstorm to get rid of Ensnaring Bridge.
And they only have 1 card in hand too, so I mean, how likely are they going to go off anytime soon?
Yeah, they don't have black mana. Let's see.
I almost want to Ad nauseum.
Okay, let's take Ad nauseum. Wait, actually, no, wait. But it's not like they can cast it now, right?
No, we get it.
Okay.
We get it. It's an exile, but we can cast it.
It's in their exile, right? Of course. Yeah.
Or yeah, their exile.
No, it's gone. I don't even know where it is.
Oh, it should be in our exile.
No, it's nowhere. Okay, let's actually read. It's controlling the search for blah blah blah. The card is literally gone. I guess it's still in their deck. Our exile is empty. There's nothing in our exile.
That's strange.
Okay, actually, let's reread Beseech again. Search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. If this spell was bargained, you may cast the exile card without paying its mana spell. Put the exile card into your hand if it wasn't cast. Yeah, it's in the opponent's hand now.
Oh. Just because it goes through all of the Beseech. It goes through all the Beseech text before opposition goes into effect. Interesting.
Okay, when opponents search in your library, you may exile each card they find. You may play those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and you may spend mana stone and mana card. Yeah, okay, we just gave them a...
That's strange.
I guess it makes sense.
Well, good thing we didn't choose the Burning Wish.
Opponent saying no sabia que in okay iba de mano mia. Opponent saying they have no idea why the card is in their hand. It was fate.
Well, that's a good learning tool right there.
Very, yeah, dude, that's the thing. That's what I keep
glitch.
saying. When I was like super heavily into like completely like trying to be the best player I ever could be, every mistake I made on Magic Online was the greatest thing that could ever happen to me because it would never happen in paper at like the big tournaments. So every time like I made a mistake on Magic Online, you know how when we talk about like, I don't know, viruses or anything or more like bacteria, and you like 1% of them survives if you use some kind of, I don't know, actually let's figure out what's going on here.
Antibiotic.
Yeah, so and that 1% grows and becomes even stronger, and then you kill 99% of that and the 1% grows and gets even stronger and more resistant. And that's how I felt as a Magic player, right? Every time I made a mistake, only 1% of myself remained, but that 1% was so much better, and you know, you keep growing into the best player you can be. And that's how what felt so great about it. Okay, what do we hide here? So next turn we attack for 6 and then 6 again, which leaves them at 1. So technically we should leave a creature on top.
Like Voidwalker on top.
And make them pick the Hedron Crab. I think I'd rather make them pick the Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, let's do it like that. Is there even anything in their grave? Okay, we can Thoughtseize them now. The Voidwalker if we wanted to. Nah, let's just kill them dead.
Yeah.
Like if the opponent finds a Dark Ritual, they can cast the thingy, but whatever.
Then they're not going to do anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our line of play. Give you ad nauseum, get you low enough to tempt you.
That's why I wanted to put the card in their hand. Okay, so we do want Forces. We do want Thought Seizers. And then... probably don't want Ensnaring Bridges. That's probably a little bit one more, that dude.
Cautious should be good.
Precious?
Really good.
I like it. So let's say we remove these, and then we still gotta remove 4 cards. Oh, Brazen Borrower, probably. Brazen Borrower, and then 1 more card.
Like a scheming.
Yeah, that's an easy cut, actually. Yeah. So like that. Dude, May is so crazy. Like, in May, we have like 4 or 5 public holidays in Germany. Like, every year, like, when it's May, I'm like, oh, this is like the month where you barely go to work at all. And I don't even like remotely remember what all of those days are. Just today is just another one. We already had like 3 or 4 of them this month.
The holidays just seem like they just keep growing and growing and growing. Like now, it almost seems like every other week there's a holiday because we keep introducing new holidays.
Yeah, in Germany, like, it depends on the state you're in. And in Bavaria, where I am, I want to say it's like 12 or 13, which is basically the most out of any state. But then if you live in that state, in Bavaria, in Augsburg, you get an extra holiday, which is Celebration of Peace. So if you live in that city, you have, I want to say, like 14 extra days of holiday, of paid days of holiday, bank holiday. Which is like half a month. Actually, it's more than half a month. It's like 3 weeks when you think about it. I mean, not all of them fall on a weekday. And we, like, a lot of countries, they do that. Like, when a bank holiday falls on a weekend, then you get the Monday after off. Germany doesn't do that. Because if we did that, we wouldn't be working at all anymore. Like, people here are barely working at all. Everybody's just, like, part-time.
This says there's 12 federal holidays in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
But then all those extra holidays to me just seems like there's another holiday like like every other week.
But the thing about like holidays in the US is something I don't really get. Like when you have like bank holiday, people still work kinda sometimes.
This says like non-essential, like basically the government jobs, they get the day off. So like I don't know. I work on my holidays. No, the only, like, even on like Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff, they're still open until a certain time.
Okay.
Well, maybe Christmas Day they're closed. But a lot of the big holidays, they just close early. You know, they might close at like 5 o'clock or something so people can have dinner with their families.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I think like Christmas might be the only day that they actually, that a lot of like almost every place is closed on Christmas.
And for you guys, Christmas is like the 25th, 26th, right?
25th.
Yeah. For us, it's Christmas. Like when we talk about Christmas, everybody means like the 24th actually, and then the 25th and 26th is like the first and second day of Christmas. If that makes sense. Not so much.
Oh
really.
yeah. So technically, like, isn't like Christmas extended to January? Like, isn't it like?
Well, it's some
2 weeks.
Some countries celebrate it on like on the 6th of January, I believe. So it depends. Dude, do you think that they have Whale of Summer here? Because I really want to Thoughtseize them. On the other hand, like they played these 2 cards out, which kind of makes me think they don't have Whale of Summer. Otherwise, they would just keep it in hand. So maybe they were just like scared of us Thoughtseizing Lineside Diamond away.
I would Thoughtseize.
Yeah, let's go for it. No fear. Let's see that hand.
Cabal Ritual.
I don't think there's gonna be Cabal Ritual. Oh no, oh shit. Oh, well, best case scenario, they just brainstorm. Worst case scenario, they whale. Don't do this to me. Opponent. Oh god, getting whaled is so... Oh, it hurts so bad. It's like a cryptic command for 1 mana. I remember when that card was spoiled, and we talked about it on the podcast, and I was going completely crazy over it. And like the other 2 guys on the podcast were like, yeah, I don't know if it's really good. It's like, dude, this is completely
And we're like,
nuts.
green.
That card is
Go
so
team
crazy.
green.
Okay, so maybe the opponent... Okay, here... Let's run this guy out, because it stops the Gaia's Will thingy. You might still just lose to an Ad Nauseam thingy, but... This way, also Dark Ritual next turn is lethal. What the fuck is this kind of swamp? Throne of Eldraine. Okay. Guess we shouldn't have 6.
It's even more fantasy than like the Lord of the Rings marsh.
Dude, if you ask me about any lands that were printed post, I don't know, Odyssey, I have actually no idea. Could be anything.
You have an all-time favorite basic?
It depends on the set. It's like I'd have
For
to
me,
think
it's
about
the Alpha Sunset Island.
Yeah, I want to say the Alpha Sunset Island, but the Arena League foil of it. I think that one might be it.
Yeah, that one's pretty awesome. I don't have any of the foil ones.
Let's get rid of this one and this one.
But I think now I'm up to like 12 of the Alpha Sunsets.
Didn't mean to play that. Okay, well, you're not gonna win the game by milling anyway. That would have been good. That's just like too many I like. It's hard to pick a single one. I also really like the Guru ones, but the thing about the Guru ones is that like in paper they're like 300 to 400 euros, and that one I don't like as much.
I think like the island
annoying.
ones are even like 600 or something now.
Oh, is that much even? Oh god. Guess we let it happen. Guess that's just
Feel like we're
cycling it.
pretty.
Let's cycle on the let's fetch on the upkeep, because they, if we know what's on top, we don't really want that. Okay, brainstorm is fine. Overall, like I really love the art style of Mercadian Masks. There's just like something to it. Not even just.
Yeah,
like
I really like it.
For example, the forests I love from Mercadian Masks. The plains, it's okay. But overall, the art style of Mercadian Masks is it's the best.
My original Elves deck, when I played a long time ago, I got a bunch of the foil Mercadian Masks. Like my whole Elves deck had just like all foil Mercadian Masks and Raphellos, and I don't even think I only had 2 Cradles then, but yeah, the Mercadian Mask stuff's really cool. It's kind of sad that nothing in that set's really, hardly anything in that set's worth anything.
That's true. Actually,
Even those foil islands are like $1.
I guess Rishaden Port. Like that's my best guess. Chat, help us out. What is the most expensive card in Rishaden Port in Mercadian Masks? I wanna say Rishaden Port. And then of course there could be like crazy stuff
Foil
like
port,
let's say foil Japanese Dark
Or foil
Ritual.
Brainstorm. Yeah.
Dude, I used to have like a playset of foil Mercadian Mask Brainstorms, and I sold them for like 20 each at the time. This is just, what can you do? That was the price back then.
Yeah, those things are beautiful.
Ooh, Ad Nauseam.
Do you think it's good that they brought back the old style foiling, or would you have rather them kept it?
Every time they bring back anything old frame, I'm very much in favor of it. Don't even need to ask
Like the
me.
old frame fetch lands were pretty cool.
Yeah, every time they do something like that, I couldn't be more in favor. I just really dislike the new card frame. Any kind of card frame. Like, at least the new card frame is still the second best. The one thing I hate is when they like completely break it to make it look like not a magic card anymore. That's just like, it's really not for me. By the way, they got super unlucky. They hit like empty, tendrils, abrupt decay. That's like -10 life for basically 3 cards they don't even want. I guess now they can go one deeper because there are no 4 or 5s. Actually, there still is 4s in the deck. There are 4s in the deck. There's Besiege the Mirror still. But there's nothing you can do with this. This is like 2 mana. They can play a land 3 mana, and then what? I guess they could go like Burning Wish, Lionside Diamond, and then have a Tendrils in the sideboard, and it would be like 6, 7,
it wouldn't
8,
be lethal.
16. We would be down to 1 life. But they still have cards in hand, so they have 2 unknown cards in hand. So if they can add 1 to the storm count, that would do it. They can, honestly, they should just like reveal, because if they reveal one more spell they can cast, like for free basically, that's good. I mean, they have to fetch this. Oh, they keep. Okay, so you know what they also might do? They might just go for an empty, like from the sideboard. So let's see. If they go for an empty and we draw a Dark Ritual, we can win. Or maybe they got something completely different. Polluted Delta, I can find this, yeah.
I like that you got poker chips.
Dude, I'm so addicted to it. Also, you can tell I've been shuffling these for such a long time. They're like completely destroyed by now. They're like really cheap ones, actually. Okay, let's see what the opponent's up to. So this one's gone, this one's gone. And I guess... Okay, they find Besiege. Okay, Besiege actually kills us. Yeah, Besiege is a good one. Besiege because they can sacrifice Dress Down. And then they kill us. Actually, there is no... Well, there's no Tendrils. I guess they can find Gaia as well, yeah. Yeah, so they find Gaia as well, they cast Gaia as well. And then that's probably good enough. Dude, that was cool.
It's fun to see Storm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very cool deck. I don't think I'd ever build it myself. Even High Tide to me is thinking a little too much.
High Tide also has some cool lines. High Tide is actually like pretty relaxed when you think about it, because a lot of times, especially early on, you have to maximize like your how would you put that? You're very single focused on one thing in the early turns, and that is like not losing and getting 4 lands into play.
Yeah,
so,
just making land drops.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's a deck where you can chill, but early on, it's not a deck where you can like lose on the spot. A lot of times. Okay, is this gonna be good enough? It's easily good enough. Okay, third game. Let's see. Rakanudo. Apparently playing against Pokemon here. Anything wanna change? No, let's just ship it.
You don't wanna shift to a Helm Leyline control plan? Just full combo control as much as we can, at least.
I wouldn't call it a control plan, but we can do that. So in that case, would be like.
Do they have forces?
No. Okay, now we have to bring something in quickly. Okay, let's go with this. So Tasha's beast can still keep, I guess. We can also do symmetry if we wanted to instead of the Brazen Borrower. Let's do it like this. Not sure if it actually accepted that.
Would be cool to get a Tasha's off, see how many we get. I think we could probably get like 30.
Well, it depends, right? If we had like the really expensive stuff, like Tasha's does 20, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Besieges.
Yeah, they got Besieges and the other 4 casting cost and the 5 casting cost. But on the other hand, then we don't have to deal with those anymore. So let's see.
Kind of a win. Yeah. Were you ever into like really heavy into Pokemon? Like,
no.
Like, did you play all the games?
No, the only Pokemon I ever played was the very first one on the Game Boy, and I didn't even get all that.
The red or the blue?
I think the blue one. I mean, they're pretty much
Yeah,
the
me
same, right?
too.
Except for a couple of Pokemon, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like in the dark cave, and then after the dark cave, I got to a cruise ship, but nothing happened on the cruise ship. And then I tried to go like a different route, and there was a Snorlax, and the Snorlax was blocking my way, and I couldn't get past it. And all my friends at school said, "Oh, you have to get the Pokemon flute," and I was like, "I don't know where that is." And then I kept like trying to get past that Snorlax, and also like make something happen on the cruise ship, and nothing happened. And then I stopped playing it, and I haven't played Pokemon ever since. But I made a lot of money. A lot of money, like selling like floppy disks with an emulator and Pokemon on it on the schoolyard.
Sure. Yeah, I played through that whole game. That was a cool game. I didn't play any other Pokemon other than like on a Nintendo 64. There was like a really strange Pokemon game where like it was like you walked around with a camera and you just shot pictures of Pokemon.
Oh, I heard about that. I've actually seen that. There's also
It was
like
kind of interesting.
that's one where you sit on like on a rail, and it takes you through like through the world, and then you take pictures. You don't even walk around. Pokemon Snap, people are saying in chat. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting like idea, like that totally fit the Pokemon theme.
Yeah, it is.
Instead of going around and battling, it was kind of cool.
You know what a Snorlax is actually called in German? It has the most fitting German name. Like, for most Pokemon, actually, I only know the German name, not the English one. And it's called Relaxo.
When I'm old, I want to be Relaxo.
Yeah.
When I grow up.
Pokemon Stadium in N64. That one's cool. That one was really cool. I never got to play it, but I know about it. Also, what's happening here, by the way? Time's up, my friend. Wouldn't be surprised if he actually got disconnected, because also, like, didn't let us submit the deck in the first place. What's Pikachu in German? Pika, Pika, Pikachu.
Triple Pika.
Okay, if this doesn't work, I'm actually gonna restart Magic Online. Let's see. Can I join another thingy? Legacy Tournament Practice. Dude, there's so many people in Legacy Tournament Practice. Okay. By the way, I'm watching a Legacy Tournament Practice thingy right now. I'm not playing. Okay.
Oh, you can just watch in on random people's games. Yeah, I've never even played in TGO, so
on in the Legacy Tournament Practice room, you can play there for free. You don't need to pay any money. Like, whereas the one that we play in, like, it costs the equivalent of, like, I want to say like $15 or something. But this one's free, and a lot of times you can watch them, right? You can see, like, they can turn it off, but most people don't bother. But the competitive ones you can't watch, except for the what are they called? The challenges. If you are in a challenge and you stay till the very end, then you can watch the replays of all matches that happen in that challenge. And a lot of people actually don't know that. And even more interestingly, you can even read that chat. So a lot of people, like, sometimes they talk about stuff that really shouldn't be seen publicly in that chat because they don't know. Like, they're like, hey, give me that money, and then I send you that money. And, like, I'm only waiting for the day where they change, like, some really sensitive banking information stuff or something. I don't know. I want to say, like,
here's
98%.
The drop-off. Here's the
dropped-off
zone.
I want to say, like, 98% of people who play on Magic Online don't know that their conversations are not like anonymous or hidden, rather, in the challenges. Callum conducts all the tradies and pauper turn practice rooms. You know, actually, let's restart Magic Online, because I think there might be an issue. How would I go about that? So for my master thesis at university, I wrote about, like, hacking, like, to put it very broadly. So I wrote about, like, hacking and tons of stuff, and at one of the things I came about a thing that there were some terrorists that were, like, planning terrorist attacks, as you do as a terrorist, right? You're not planning birthday parties. And they used World of Warcraft chat to, like, talk to each other. And as a way to like not be, I don't know, like if you use email, then probably Google is gonna spy on you or something and forward it to the government or something. Like there are so many ways that you could be like spied on, but they used World of Warcraft chat. And they were like, yeah, we believe this is a lot safer. Okay.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I think this is good enough for a 7, right?
Yeah, I would keep this. Yeah, you should be like wearing a t-shirt. World of Warcraft sponsoring criminals since 2004.
You know, there's like one guy in Ogrima, like in the very back. He always stands there, like always level 1 character, and still like tons of people go there. And then like decade later, they find out this is where like all the celebrities in Hollywood they order their Coke and stuff.
Yeah, this was the mob boss that you don't talk to unless he talks to you first.
Exactly. And then you give him like some weird kind of currency, like you give him like 10 dads like pig legs or something, and it means that you need like 10 kilograms of Coke or something. Oh,
then you do like an emote wink, and that's like the code that you know who he is.
Yeah, you have to do like the secret handshake. Some kind of dance. Oh, opponent, like this is the kind of hand I don't want to see in the first turn, because like they literally got nothing. Like I almost want to
take the abrupt.
Yeah. You're still very far from getting opposition agent off, but maybe. You know what, let's take the abrupt decay. I mean, that's telegraphing it so hard what we have right now, right? But okay, let's see. Opponent, come on. You want a ponder here. You can't tell me that you don't want a ponder here. Yeah, I see.
Man, if they ever made like a Simian Spirit Guide for black or blue.
What would the black one be? Like Zombie Spirit Guide, people would say, right?
Or Wraith. Yeah.
Wraith Spirit Guide. What I like in the new age of Magic that we are in, which creature type is most associated with black and blue? Because it used to be like Merfolk and zombies, right?
Or demons for...
Demon Spirit Guide would be cool.
Maybe.
Demon Spirit Guide is like super flavorful, I like that.
Vampiric
Spirit Guide. Orc Spirit Guide, I like that. Actually, we could... let's chill. Pepperidge Farm remembers that DK was the play. Yeah. Dude, it's kind of funny, right? When you think about it, DK hasn't really been a legacy card in like 5 years or something, and it used to be like the format-defining card.
I mean, I still dig it. I still use it in my sideboards for what is that? That ad nauseum eggs deck.
Ad nauseum eggs.
Remember we played that black green that had like the
the
ooze and stuff.
I do remember that. Oh,
that's a fun deck. Putting out like a 15/15 Serpent Coils.
The one had like protection from multicolored or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanna say we probably wanna brainstorm here, and then run out the opposition agent. Ooh.
Do you play blackjack ever?
Yeah, like I know the rules and I kinda know some very basic strategy here, but I'm not very good at it.
I usually, that's the only game I really play if I go gamble at casino. That or roulette.
I mean, it's like from an EV point of view, it's like all minus kinda, right? Unless you're like, I don't know, poker cash games or something at that point. Even then, I'm not sure. Depending on how good you are and how good the others are, but like everybody says, like blackjack is the one where you get like the closest to EV. But I think once you walk in a casino, you just like say goodbye to EV and you just want to have a good time. So I could never like play slot machines, right? Where's a good time coming from a slot machine? At least like when you play blackjack, you're like on a table and you get to hang out with people and like talk to the dealer. I loved that in Vegas, by the way. When we were in Vegas in 2017 for the GP, I actually did really well in the Venetian. Like I won back my flight, my travel costs basically. And the dealer, like we talked about it, and I was like in all legacy Premier League clothes, like attire. Like I had a baseball cap, I had a jacket, I had a hoodie, And I even had like a pin. Like it was a little bit too much. But because
I probably walked by you at some point because I was at that GP.
Oh, you were? Okay, yeah, you might have actually. And like these people at the table, they didn't know that was just like some legacy league I organized, right? So they were like, "Oh, you're a sponsored player." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a sponsored player. I'm really good, Poker Pro, yeah, whatever." So I'm in town to like cash the Magic tournament. And because I did really well at the table, I guess it kind of sold the story. And then they asked about,
you're like pair of twos, call.
Yeah. And then they talked about Magic and Legacy, and then they were like, "Oh, what is Legacy?" And then the dealer actually answered, and then the dealer explained what Legacy was, and then the dealer was like, "But I only play Vintage." Like, oh, okay. Dude, that dealer was really
high
cool.
Stakes, yeah, high end table there.
Yeah, the dealer was really cool. Also, I tipped insanely well to the dealer. I did not know that you're supposed to tip the girls that bring you drinks. And that's like why she only came once and never came back. Because I thought I have to pay for the drink, right? So I ordered a drink and then took forever for them to understand which kind of drink I wanted. Because like nobody knew what a caipirinha was. And they didn't know what a Cuba Libre was. But I think I've told that story many times. So eventually I got what I wanted. And then I didn't tip her. And because I didn't even think about it. And then she never came back, but everybody else still got free drinks. And I was like, this is the craziest thing ever. You just sit there, like you play like your big blind and stuff and nothing else, and then you do okay and then get like free drinks all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually they just run by the free drinks, but yeah, I guess if you order a drink right away and don't tip, they're like, well, this guy.
Yeah, I thought like I was supposed to pay for the drink, and she just like walked away. Like, okay. But yeah, anyway, I gave the dealer so much money, it's not even funny. Like I think every pot I won, I tipped like 10% of the entire pot to the dealer. Just like, okay,
nice.
Because like you get all
it's kind
these
of
chips.
an art form.
Yeah.
When they're dealing and shuffle, or I guess they don't shuffle themselves anymore, but like when they're dealing and doing their thing, like it's pretty cool to watch like a really good dealer do their thing.
When they're good at it, yeah, very much.
Yeah.
Dude, we should go back to Vegas at some point and play again. Like one
of my clients lives there. I can go there anytime and have a place to stay if you want to go there.
Dude, that sounds amazing. I wanted to play at the Bellagio, but there was like a huge line to even just play in the Bellagio. I guess because it's so famous from Ocean's 11 or I don't know. But yeah, then one of the guys I traveled with, he had a friend who was like a professional player, and he said that the Venetian was soft. So we need to go to the Venetian. And then we went to the Venetian, and it actually was soft apparently, at least by my standards. And yeah, that's where we played most of the time. Oh, and we went to the Treasure
They don't
Island.
have like $500 minimum hands.
I mean the buy-ins and stuff, like that's, I think most levels are serviced at most casinos, I would guess. But even like when you wanted to play like the regular level at the Bellagio, it's just like there was an actual waiting list here to sign up for, and I was like, I don't want it that badly.
So I have an interesting story. Well, I don't know. You're supposed to tell Vegas stories.
I mean,
like,
you are
like the crazy thing. So I remember one time I went there with one of my clients, and he's an older guy. He doesn't stay up late. Usually he goes to sleep by like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock on a given day, and wakes up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to work. So I went there, and he crashed early, and so I was just roaming around by myself, and went to a strip club, spent all my money, got kicked out because I was too drunk. Found somebody that was trying to sell me coke on the way that I was walking to my place, to my room, and there were some girls, and I was like wasted. I'm thinking like, oh, I could hook up with one of these girls, and they're like, well, you need money though, and I'm like, well, if I go to the ATM, and then I'm like, well, wait, I have all these people around me, I don't want to show my pen to all these people, so I like typed all these random numbers in, and then I'm like, oh, it's not letting me get cash. Well, I got to go up to my room to get cash, and they all followed me up to my room, and my friend is asleep on the other bed, and then I wake up the next morning not remembering anything. My safe is open, but all my credit cards, my ID, everything is there, but my underwear was in the safe.
It's where it's supposed to be, right?
But everything's there. Nobody stole anything. And then my friend wakes up and he's like, Kevin, you're being kind of risky.
Ever so slightly,
like,
right?
I don't think you should be doing that.
Dude.
And I'm like, and then I got a knife pulled on me in a McDonald's that
the story
that
keeps
trip too.
Dude, we should really go to Vegas. I wouldn't mind going back. I also love the everything around it. By the way, also opponents like super fucked, right? They got like 3 Infernal Tutors and the Besiege the Mirror, and now we take their Besiege? That's how it's gonna work, right? I hope we don't get fucked on this again.
Aha!
The craziest thing that happened to me in Vegas was my friend wanted to pay for a lap dance for me, and I said no. And then later I realized, oh, that would have actually been funny. So, here we go. So we can now cast this, right? Oh, but we don't have the mana for it. Oh, you know what? The opponent actually cast Infernal Tutor there? Because they wanted to shuffle. They were brainstorm locked. They're in so much trouble, man. Can we now cast this for free? Oh no, we have to pay for mana. No discounts here. Yeah, I guess Vegas is not that far for you, right? You can do like an easy trip there.
It takes about 5 hours, I think, on average to get there.
Halfway
4 or
across
5
Germany,
hours,
sure.
depending what kind of car you're driving and the traffic.
I remember when we were in Vegas, I wanted to rent basically like in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, right? I wanted to rent a cabrio and go to the Grand Canyon. And my friend was like, "That's the stupidest idea I ever heard," because you get like sunburned like crazy, right? If you take your cabrio, like you go there. Not so sure about that.
You just need a hat and sunscreen, yeah.
Is that all? A lot of Acapulco
and maybe
shirts
some like
and the whole galaxy of uppers, downers. I don't remember the whole intro.
That's a crazy movie.
Love
that
the
is
movie
an
so
insane
much.
movie.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites actually. Okay, now we got Scheming Symmetry. Can you actually kill them with the Scheming Symmetry? Actually, let's just try it out. I guess I don't even know what we put on top. Maybe just another Force. And then from that deck, I guess we take, I want to say like the Thoughtseize. You could also take Dark Ritual, but I think we take Thoughtseize.
Yeah, I would grab a Force and take a Thoughtseize.
So for our deck, it's gonna be the Force. And from that deck, yeah, it's probably Thoughtseize. I mean, we could also take to be cute, we could take their last Abrupt Decay and then they have to go like through Burning Ash, but none of that makes sense. I think we have to take. Where is it? Wait, opponent, where's your Thoughtseize? Here. Okay.
So at that GP, I went there not to play at all, but just I brought a bunch of cards to sell, and so check this out. This is one of the dumbest trades I ever made, but I was just like drinking and like feeling like, oh, I always wanted an Underground Sea because I never had one before then. So I traded to Vintage Magic, Daniel at Vintage Magic. I traded, and this seems so dumb to say right now, but like 4 Japanese Yavimaya Hollow.
Oh, they're expensive now. Yeah.
4 Metalworker.
Okay.
A Bayou, a Badlands, and a Plateau.
4?
All for 1 Underground Sea.
For an Underground Sea?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, like, I don't know, for a piece of power or something. But for an Underground Sea, I don't know, man.
And then I walked out of there, and like a day later, I'm like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah. I mean, that guy who made that trade, they're probably happy.
Oh, yeah. He was smiling. But I was just like, I've always wanted one of these. I've never had one of these. And, I have 4 Plateaus and 4 Bayous. And, what are Metalworkers? What are those worth?
Just take it. Take everything.
Yeah. That was interesting. That's the only GP I've ever been to, actually.
They did fucking draw Abrupt Decay. Dude, I can't believe it. I was even like thinking, what if they draw Abrupt Decay? Okay, but now I think we still get them because they have to go for Infernal Tutor. They can't go for Besiege, right? They don't have enough mana for Besiege. And then we force the Infernal Tutor.
The one left.
I think we
Decay.
still got it, but we have to put some kind of like clock into play at some point. Okay, now they get rid of their hand. And then we... Like, technically we could let them get something and then force that. Right? The only thing that, like, fucks us is if they get a Storm Spell, but there's, like, no good Storm Spell they can get here that would do something. Is there anything they can get that we can't force that would do something? Oh yeah, they have empty. Okay, yeah, in that case, it's pretty straightforward. And now we have to find a way to deal 2 damage.
Oh, we can find a land.
I mean, we have a force on top. Okay. Yeah, land would be good. Land, Dark Ritual. Watch them kill us now. That would be something. Brainstorm, sure. Oh, there's also a world where we just time out. Okay, that looks good. And then we get this guy end of turn. Like, we got a force, they have to kill us right away, and I don't think they can. I remember when I was in Vegas for that GP, a friend of mine actually convinced me to go to Vancouver on rather short notice, like right after the GP. So actually I changed my flight and wasn't really all that much more expensive. And then I stayed there for, I want to say, like 5 days or something. Had a really good time in Vancouver as well. Like, amazing city.
That was July, right?
Yeah, it was sometime in summer. Might have been July, yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to Canada.
Dressdown, end of turn, it doesn't do anything. We still hit you. You've never been to Canada. Oh, I guess you're pretty far from it, but I thought every American was supposed to go to Canada at some point in their life. I don't know why. It's just like something in my head.
Well, the big difficulty for me is they don't allow people in that have had DUIs, and I had a DUI when I was 19.
Yeah.
And I had a DUI when I was 27, so it's technically been in my record for the last 20 years, so they don't want me there.
So you have to go a different route. You have to go the underground
I got to go
way.
The smuggling route.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Although by now it's off my record, so I can go.
You know, Pat Chapin actually can't go to Japan. You know Patrick Chapin? Like a very famous Magic player. He's not that like prominent, I guess, that big into the spotlight anymore, but he used to be, I want to say, like one of the top 5 most famous Magic players. And he vanished from Magic for several years. And basically what happened is he went to prison for like dealing drugs and stuff and that kind of stuff. And
so he's got some street cred now.
I guess if you want to put it like
he
that.
He only plays black now.
I don't know what exactly happened there, because he, like, there was this you can basically read up on all of that kind of stuff. And so how it worked for him is he's not allowed to go to Japanese Pro Tours anymore, because he has like something on the record. And the way it works is that if you have that, especially like drug related stuff, you cannot go to Japan anymore. But it's also like this thing where like Mike Flores used to allegedly feed him information about new sets via the phone, and he would write down like all the new cards from a new set while in prison, and then he would write articles in prison about how the new set and how the new standard is gonna shape up, and then he would go on the phone again, and like he would read those articles to Mike Flores, and then he would publish the articles.
You know, I've actually heard that inmates in prison, at least a decent amount of them, actually play Magic.
Do they?
In jail. Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't have known. That's actually kind of cool. I mean, they probably like all use proxies, right? There's no way that you're like a couple thousand euro stack.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, I'll give you this pack of cigarettes for your snow-covered island.
Is that the #1 currency?
I guess cigarettes.
some point, what's the biggest magic currency? Like fetch lands, I guess. They're cheap enough to be a currency and also abundant enough, and like they have all these applications. So in the future,
used by everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, in the future, people like, you know, in Fallout, it's bottle caps after society has crashed. I want to say in our timeline, it's actually going to be fetch lands. Like when society collapses and everything, the one thing you can still rely on is fetch lands.
I remember I went to a cruise in the Caribbean. It was went with my family. It was Playa del Carmen in Mexico, Belize, and the island off Honduras, which is Roatan. And we went to this super small island in Belize. Like, took a boat and got out there. It's just this little island in the middle of nowhere. And I was snorkeling around, you know, or not snorkeling, but just like swimming around and collecting all the bottle caps that were in the reef and stuff. And I brought them home. So I still got them. I'm like, yeah, this stuff's cool. This is probably not worth anything, but it's cool. But who knows? I might have just like scored it big for the apocalypse.
You know, in East Africa, in like the whole Swahili region, like I want to say like 200 years ago or something, basically the currency across the entire coast was cowrie shells, which is like some kind of shell, and that shell of that shell.
Kind of like the Native Americans.
I don't know what they used, but like, yeah, cowrie shells are like, I guess they are called cowrie shells in English. Cowrie shells.
Yeah, I think the Native Americans used shells for currency.
Yeah,
exactly. At least one of their currency.
Basically,
when they didn't have all this gold.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I guess it was Mesoamericans would have the gold, not American Indians.
Yeah. Okay, so opponents got the token next turn, which the only way we can beat that is Brazen Borrower, I want to say. Like, we got one more turn. Also, Tasha's is insanely good against them, but I think it's might just be too slow. So how much mana do we have this turn? We got 4 mana this turn, so let's start out with this.
Yeah, we're not getting 51 cards off of Tasha's.
Doughty White Walker is not what we need. Guess let's do the. Well, we don't need to get 51 cards. Especially if we get like the expensive ones on the Ruin Crab thingy, then maybe, but probably not. Is Dark Ritual helping us in any way next turn? Not really. But Doughty White Walker is also not doing anything for us. Oh, tricky. So next turn we do this.
What if we
take one of these, take 2 of these, then we got 2 floating, but that doesn't help. You were saying?
I was just trying to think if we had enough mana, if there was a way, if we got like Scheming into Brainstorm, and then we'd have Void Walker and Helm, but we wouldn't have enough mana.
Like, I'm just trying to figure out whether Dark Ritual does anything for us, because if it doesn't, then we might as well just run out the Void Walker, but also doesn't do anything. So we're probably gonna end of turn Brainstorm at their end of turn. Yeah. Actually, no, we should main phase Brainstorm next turn, because that gives us more chances of finding Brazen Borrower. Oh, they have Riftstorm Portal in the yard. That's so cool. I used to do that so many years ago. Yeah, opponent's just chilling. Makes sense. Just vibing, as the cool kids call it. Now we gotta find it. Give it to us. Police. Oh, we got the Ensnaring Bridge. Okay. Now that's something. We can work with that. So how do we go from here? I guess we draw all of that stuff anyways. So might as well put it like this, I guess.
Like land Tasha's?
No, we cast Ensnaring Bridge.
No, I mean like putting on top.
Oh yeah, it doesn't really matter, since we have no way to manipulate. There's like one corner case scenario, but I'm not really like thinking about that right now. Is there any way we can actually run this guy out as well? So we go to 5 here. 6. I think we can, right?
We can do the Dothy in the bridge, but not the Brewback.
I think we can do both.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Okay. And now, let's see what the opponents got there. I mean, any expedition map probably kills us because they might have a second Bosichu. Yeah, Bosichu is basically the way they can still win. Let's see. Also, as soon as we mill Life from the Loam, there's a good chance they can, like, scrap something together, because at that point they only need, like, a wasteland to get rid of this and then loam it back. But yeah, we will see. I'm not even sure if they will still want to go for the combo here, because they also lose 2 lands in the process. But maybe they do. One's drawing a... Yeah, okay, cool. They're actually drawing a card. They don't... Well, they can still go for the combo, I guess. But they're not 100% all in on the combo right now. Maybe they want to do something else. We will see. So next time we find the land, we mill them for 6. Oh, Wasteland. Oh, that's good. Oh, Wasteland is so annoying. That's exactly the card. Oh, yeah, that's exactly the card they needed. Because then we will eventually hit the Loam, right? And as soon as we hit the Loam, as I said, they can just, like, Wasteland their own Bosichu and then get it back. Oh, this is so tricky. Do we even want to mill them? Opponent mills 3 cards.
I would Tasha's. I would Tasha's as soon as possible.
There goes Tasha's. At least for a turn. The turn after we can do that. Okay, here we go. No Loam, please. I mean, now we mill them for 6. There's a good chance we hit Loam. Now this guy is actually working against us. Kind of hilarious. Okay, no Loam. That's good. Guess we just go for this dude. Oh, dude. I'm so stupid. We should have done that first anyway. Because that way we stop Loam from ever hitting the yard. That was like a needless, absolutely needless
risk
that I took there. I'm actually not going to attack with the Browork. I don't think there's anything they can do, but this is... We will see. Oh, they just make another one first? Sure. Okay, now we can attack. Doesn't really matter. Okay, now I kind of don't really hate where we are.
Yeah, like a fetch land with the Tashas, that should get him pretty close to dead. Yeah. If the Tashas doesn't just do it by itself, because I've seen Tashas get 40 out of lands.
So a fetch land does like 12 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. One's like, do I really want to take the 1 damage from the human advisor? And furthermore...
I advise you to take 1 damage.
Actually, you know how we still lose? We're actually pretty close to losing. Because the Urza Saga, as soon as it goes off, finds Expedition Map. And Expedition Map finds the second copy of Bosichu, which they probably have. And that takes out Ensnaring Bridge. So let's be... Right now it's looking good for us because we get Tasha and our thingy next turn. So we will probably kill them before that happens. But this is scary. On the other hand, they still haven't made a token yet. So that might take another turn. Yeah, turnip. I can very much see that being the case. Oh, they even have Life from the Loam in hand. Okay, let's see what they got. They got Wasteland, Winesap Teeth. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. That actually is super annoying. Because now they got a second Wasteland. They probably could take out this one, right? Yeah, it makes most sense. Okay, now we're gonna find 2 more lands. I guess we got 1 more land technically from the Voidwalker anyway. we could also sacrifice the Voidwalker, get a Wasteland, and take out either the Dark Depth or the or the Ursa Saga that's about to go off, which also buys another turn for us. On the other hand, like having Voidwalker is already like super good. Let's start out with this one. Let's see what else we get to hit. Let's make this a little bigger. Okay, 3 Loams are gone. Crucible is gone. Yavimaya is gone. I mean, they usually play like 2 copies of Beseecher, right? I would guess. Can you cast Doughty for Loam? Yeah, but... We can. But we still have to pay 1 mana, right? But we got that. I don't hate Doughty for Loam, but on the other hand also... Yeah. So this gets Expedition
that
Map.
would...
Let's calculate it. This gets Expedition Map next turn. 1 mana floating. Then use this, get Expedition Map. Then let's say these 2 cast the dude, cast the the thingy, disenchant. And then they're like, they get 1 more land, which is, where is it? They got 1 more land. They got a Windswept Teeth, and Windswept Teeth plus Dark Depth creates the token, and then they pass back to us. Then we play a land, but we can't cast Tashas because of the sphere. Then we pass back, then we die. Okay, so Loam probably doesn't do it. Unless, of course, they don't have a second copy of Beseecher, but... I mean, that's what I kind of assume right now. So now I'm thinking maybe it's... Well, Wasteland wouldn't do it. I guess we already played a land. Yeah, we're in trouble, man. Is there anything? I guess he could run out Crucible next turn. Is there a fetch land in the graveyard? There is a fetch land in the graveyard. And that hits them for 12, but that's not good enough. Oh, is that Dark Ritual? Can we get a Dark Ritual? No. Can we get extra mana from any of this? Basically, we just need 1 extra mana. But we don't have that. Do you see anything that might be worth exploring?
I mean, the only thing I'm thinking is if we draw a Brazen Borrower and then we Dauthi for the land and then have that ready to bounce the Merit Lodge.
And then we Dauthi for the land. Yeah, yeah. Okay, in that case, I guess we just chill, right? Can't make a token here as far as I see it. Wait, why is this one not attacking? Oh, because we have Staying Bridge. Actually, whoa. I totally forgot. If they use Beseecher, we get a land. Like, Beseecher is not free, we get a land from Beseecher.
Oh.
And then we can use Doughty to play another land. And then maybe Tashas is gonna do it. Okay, let's see.
But they might wait to besiege you until their attack turn.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You are. Actually, no, they can't do that because they need to use the floating mana from this. I thought. No, maybe I'm 1 mana off. Wait, they made a token. Okay. In that case, we just chill. Now I'm curious what it's gonna be. Yeah, just Needle named Doughty Voidwalker probably. I mean, that's fine. If we had a Needle, we would name Beseecher who endures. So they named Doughty Voidwalker. That's fine. Like, now I'm not scared of them anymore. We're probably drawing some crap that we don't need, because right now there's a lot of stuff that we don't need. But even if we just draw a land, that's perfect. I kind of want to get to like 3 cards in hand, so this guy can start attacking. Of course, it's the... let's see. Dude, on my third screen, I got tons of sushi videos running because I forgot to close it.
Yeah. And you're just drooling. Oh, salmon.
Yeah. Okay, we found a land. Now land sounds good. go. Okay, let's hit the opponent with this. What else are we gonna get? 6 more cards. So what else do they not have? Wait, they have no... Oh, Blast Zone would have been another one that could get us. Okay, Blast Zone has been dealt with. And a bunch of other stuff. Okay, we're just chilling. Chilling, passing back. This is still the first game, right?
Two fetch lands. Yeah, this is the first game, I believe.
Yeah, any
judging
land,
by the time.
Basically any land at this point, right? Because then we cast Tasha's.
Hmm.
Yeah, any land is already like 6 cards, and then Tasha should be able to deal like 11. Or if they find something from the library next turn, we only need to do 10. Our opponent's taking their sweet time. Like, there must be something I can do. I'm a land stack.
So are you going to go kite surfing?
Not on this trip. But I'm tempted, even though it's like kind of dangerous. I mean, we're not really supposed to say that to the clients. I mean, if they ask, for sure, and if they're beginners also. Like, if somebody has been kite surfing for like 5 years, I'm not going to tell them, you know, kite surfing is kind of like a dangerous sport at times. But I'm very, very much tempted because it looks so fucking cool, dude. Okay, we won the first game.
I guess it depends on the weather. If it's super windy, I'd be like, nope, I'm not an Olympian, you know. Yeah. But if it's mellow, I'd be sure.
Yeah. From what I understand, like from what my colleagues told me, is like the most dangerous thing is when the wind is blowing onto shore. And then on the shore, there's like a small hill behind it, or even some rocks or something. Because then if you lose control and you get blown onto shore and like into the rocks, that's where like the most accidents happen. If you're like pulled somewhere out on the water, whatever, they have boats going around, they have like rescue services. Like every time we sell it, it includes like unlimited rescue. But like if they have to rescue like 5 times a day, then at some point they're gonna be like, not so
they're
unlimited
like,
anymore.
Stay ashore and eat some dinner.
Dinner's on us.
I imagine that you'd wear helmets if there were rocks anywhere around, though.
I mean, most kite surfers I see, they do wear helmets. Actually, now that I think about it, actually not so many. So lands. I think I kind of want to bring in the ley lines. The thing is, if we bring in the ley lines, I think we also want to go full combo.
Yeah, I would do that.
Bring in the Brazen Borrower. Let's do this. There's also wing foiling, which is like getting a lot bigger these days. In that case,
the Bruvac was kind of cool last time. Like, how many cards do you think that Bruvac milled? Like 18?
Yeah, I was gonna say like 15 to 20, something like that. Yeah. I think we just do this. Have you done anything else other than windsurfing? Not windsurfing, like wave riding. But for us, it's always like when people call us and they tell us, oh, I want to go surfing. We're like, okay, do you want to go like windsurfing? Do you want to go wave riding? Do you want to go kite surfing? Because like surfing.
Body surfing.
Exactly.
Yeah, body surfing, windsurfing, kite surfing. There's so many surfings. I've only really surfed and body surfed. I don't even think I've kite or windsurfed ever.
You should come to Europe or Brazil. Actually, we offer what we call a kite safari in Brazil for 2 weeks. You should come and try that. I've never done it. I'm just telling you.
Kite sail freebooter.
Kite sail freebooter. Yeah, it's one of our best clients actually. We make so much money off that guy. I don't know where he gets the money from.
Well, he's a pirate and he's
we don't
pillaging.
Don't ask, don't judge. That's our policy. Exploration.
Man, exploration's such a dirty card.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite cards. Like, it pains me so much when people don't use the Urza Saga one.
Oh, yeah.
Also, it pains me so much when I fetch on my Scalding Tarn when I should have fetched on the Polluted Delta. And what can you do? So yeah, the place I'm gonna visit in Rhodes, like there's this guy, I think when he was like 20, he just like showed up there, And the way it was told to me is he just like basically created a surf station, some kind of surf center there. And then people would just come because he's a cool guy and like everything, like the whole vibe around it. It's not just the sport and everything. It's just like the whole vibe at that place is amazing. And then after many years, it was just like, you know what? We're just gonna like rent this or buy this piece of land here and put a lot of tents up. And now they have like 15 tents or something for people who want to come there and want to kite surf all day. And it just looks amazing. I'm really, really excited to see it. And it's like, for a lot of stations that I've seen, kite stations, it sometimes is a little bit like, okay, you are here, we do our service, and then you go home, and that's fine. But for the really good kite places, it's like that they give you the perfect service for everything and the perfect atmosphere, because like afterwards you go together to the beach, you do like a barbecue there, you hang out, you watch a movie or something. Like it's this whole community thing they create there, and that's cool. And that's why people go to this place so much, because technically it's insanely loud because it's almost right next to the airport.
Yeah.
But apparently it still sells insanely well because people love it. Guess we just pass here. And then we end of turn brainstorm for the third land.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Curious how annoying that guy is for the opponent right now. Okay, so we really want to find the third land, I guess, and then just like bounce this dude. And now I'm willing to go like all in on the duels. Okay, more land is good. So let's do it like this and like that.
Tasha.
Bounce this one. A little bit more damage. Come on. Yo, Mario, say, how's it going? I was just thinking about you the other day because there was some kind of a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire question about which person is famous for shaping the cityscape of this famous European city. And of course, like, there's this Hausmann guy, who's probably pronounced Hausmann, who's like famous for shaping Paris. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know that. Oh, you were in the top 8 in Landsberg? Dude, it's kind of funny, like, I don't even know when these tournaments are happening anymore. But next week I will go to Freising. Freising is gonna be amazing. What did you play in Landsberg? Should we just like bounce this one again? I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I mean, we can Tasha's next turn, unless they find a wasteland, of course, but I mean, what are the odds?
And then we got all these Merit Lodge blockers unless they got Sajiri.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you played against Mark and Brax and Random. Wait, you play best of 5 every single round in top 8? That takes forever. Oh, you're now qualified for Tübingen as well? I am too. I'm also qualified. It's the South German Legacy Championship. It's sometime in summer. Like, I randomly won the tournament and I didn't even I wasn't even prepared, but I won the tournament in Freising. And then they were like, no, you're qualified for Tübingen. I'm like, great, what is Tübingen? Okay. So, wanna go
Senior
straight...
Tasha.
Wanna go straight for Tasha or opposition edge? You wanna go for Tasha, right?
I would do Tasha.
Oh, okay.
Take out their win cons.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see how much we can hit.
I'm gonna say 38.
Really? That many? I wanna say 20... Nah, actually, I'm gonna be more. 34. Okay, you were close. 15 cards still. Technically, we could check out what they got. Left. That's important. First of all, I wish, but when they exile cards in Magic Online, I wish they just showed them like in a sorted view. Like, it doesn't really make sense not to sort the exile, because the exile is like a public zone anyway, and this doesn't matter which order it is in. We just save so much time. So down to 14
So next
cards.
turn we run out. We can't do both of them next turn.
Yeah, stupid Sphere, right? I was thinking about doing it this turn, but then I also realized, oh no, Sphere. Okay, Reclaimer. Okay, that's actually 1 Dark Depth.
They have more.
Yeah, they have 2 or 3. Like 3 is a lot. A lot of times they only have 2. But it really depends on how the deck is built. They got random loam, okay. But the thing is, we got opposition agent actually. That's insane against Reclaimer. Let's get the land out here. And now let's see if we can get them on the upper agent. It's pretty obvious. I mean, it's not super obvious, but it's like kind of telegraphed. But on the other hand, what are they gonna do? Like, not use the Reclaimer?
Yeah.
Oh, they dredged loam. Oh, well, I guess that means a couple of fewer cards in their deck once again. The dredged Driftstone Portal. Now that's a blast from the past.
What's Riftstone do again?
It makes it so that if it's near your graveyard, all your lands are savannas. They produce green and white. It's kind of cool.
That's cool.
Like, it used to help even more when you played a lot of Mazes of Ith and stuff, like all of those thingies that don't produce mana. But now it's still kind of cool. It also fixes your mana, kind of.
Did they make other ones for other color schemes, or just that one?
No, didn't make any other ones. Okay, I'm actually not gonna play this end of turn. I'm still waiting. Let's just get another land. I wish this was instant, by the way. Oh yeah, it's another auto Blood Moon as well. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, opponents. I mean, they could have Swords to Plowshares. Actually, there's 3 in the graveyard. And, well, we will see. If they got it, they got it. At least if they got Swords to Plowshares, then they don't make the token at the end of turn here. And then we get another turn. And then we can start jump blocking. Like, you already mentioned the Cheery Step, right? Is there a Cheery Step somewhere in here? No, but there's also a world where they either don't play it or got it in the sideboard by now. You will see. Okay, do we get the card? Yeah, okay. So opponents got left... Oh, they got Force of Figure, that doesn't do anything. Exploration, Loam. None of those cards do anything. So what's left in the deck?
I would just take the depths.
Yeah, just take the depth, right? Just trying to see what else is there. And what we have to deal with in the third game. Or did we win the first game? I don't remember. I think we won the first game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we only lose to Urza's Saga still, but whatever.
It'll take some time for them to do that. I think we can mill them out by then.
Also, remember not to play Dark Depth here, because then we lose. Like, if we play Dark Depth here, we are toast. Because then they copy it.
Waste it, yeah. Or that, yeah.
They don't need to waste it even. They can literally just like, you got a nice Dark Depth. I would like to copy that. And we're like, oh shit. You can also scheme the symmetry, right? The only thing that could happen to us is if they literally drew the Swords to Plowshares here. That would be like really bad. So maybe we actually don't do it.
And then they just grab the Saga, yeah.
Because there's like a 10% chance, right, that they drew the Swords to Plowshares here. And I think at that point we'd rather kill them with the Brazen Borrows in the air. No need to risk it. Risk it for the biscuit. Is it a particularly like American saying, risk it for the biscuit? Or is it more like, I don't know, British? Hey, we got the easy game.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Fatality.
I'm trying to think of a comparable phrasing. Go for the throat. Oh, no, risk it for the biscuit isn't the same thing. Yeah, I guess we'd say the same.
Ooh, that screen. Haven't used that screen forever. Also, I gotta fix that screen. Because the TV is supposed to be at an angle, and one of the updates... Dude, it's so annoying. Like, when you got, like, a little bit more of a sophisticated setup, as soon as OBS, like, changes something, and your layout overlay breaks, you're like, oh, dude, no. Let's see. I'm actually not sure whether the... Oh yeah, okay. The text still shows up in here. Oh, opponent was last team playing lands. Here we go. Lands back to back. This is not great. Actually, it's pretty bad. I think we send it back, right?
Yeah, send it.
Okay, at least this is playable-ish. Let's send back a brainstorm. Let's start out with an island. Opponent is 4-0. Ooh. Let's see. Maybe our crabs are gonna be good enough. Crabs plus touches.
This might be the upset.
Yeah. The upset they didn't expect.
like that one burn player that kept us from our only 5-0 potential.
That would have been something, seriously.
Remember that one game that we had the we beat that burn player? Or there was a burn player and then their own Bedlam Reveler killed them.
Oh, because it drew too many cards, right?
Yeah.
Okay, actually this is not lands then, by the way. Opponent was last seen playing lands 50 days ago, but looks like they're actually playing Dragon Stompy. In which case, I guess Ensnaring Bridge could be good. But Tasha's is gonna be horrible against them. Wait, they got... Oh, well, yeah, that card we don't care about. I mean, we kinda care about it, but not so much, actually. Let's just get our one-drop storm.
Fury's kind of annoying.
What's annoying? Fury? Yeah.
Fury's kind of annoying.
But it only still kills one of our creatures. Because this one is the overpowered version of the crab, right? It's a 0.
He's the mega crab. The mecha crab.
The mega crab. Let's take a mega crab. Oh, this one's gonna kill us pretty quickly, I guess. Depending on what they have. They can also like throw artifacts, right? I keep forgetting about that. Wait, for 0? You sure about that? Oh, okay, I guess you want to kill one of our crabs. That makes sense then. There's actually nothing we can really find on the brainstorm here that we would want to play. So I guess we can just play the land and pass.
You want a surgical...
Yeah, there's nothing I really
what would
want
be
to
the surgical for?
There's nothing I really want to surgical. Like, technically Chalice, but...
The Fury?
The Fury I don't mind, really. I don't think that's actually...
Just for the double strike damage?
Well, yeah, if it comes... Like, if they get to 5 mana, yeah, then it's annoying, but I don't think we're winning if they get to 5 mana. I kind of want to get to, like, 3 mana so we can get Ensnaring Bridge down, which we have now. So let's get rid of this one. And... Well, I kind of want to cast Opposition Agent, but we... Like, black mana... We got, like, 2 cards in the deck to make black mana. I almost want to, like, surgical ourselves so we can shuffle. That's so bad, though. Actually, maybe there's a world where we, like, Brazen Borrower this end of turn and then get the Oppo Agent down, but it's not like Opposition Agent actually does anything for us. Okay, let's make a decision here. Let's do it like this. We take a bunch of damage, and then we get the bridge down.
Yeah, I would shuffle away the Oppo. Oh, we can't.
Oh, we can't do anything. Oh, I should have blocked, by the way. Anyway, so the whole idea is we really need to get rid of the cards in our hands so we can make Ensnaring Bridge work. Is there anything we want to get? The only thing is, the annoying thing is, these can still attack. Actually, can we like get rid of something that takes something from our hand? No. Like if we had a brainstorm, we could like surgical brainstorm. Dude, we're taking so much damage next turn. It's not even funny. Honestly, they should probably just... Oh, I was gonna say they should probably just attack with Bugbearer, but yeah, if they got this, I'm pretty sure we're dead.
Yeah, this is a loss.
Yeah, but that's also a terrible matchup. Like, you can block this guy, I guess, but then we still take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5, 10. Okay. And then we have to surgical. Yeah, the problem is we have to surgical and play something. we need to play 3 cards next turn. And then we're still probably dead to the tokens. And we certainly can't play 4 cards next turn. So what if we surgical on our upkeep and try to find some... Yeah, surgical on our upkeep and try to find a land, I guess. Yeah. But even then, that's probably like not happening. Let's get rid of Hedron Crab. We don't want to draw Hedron Crabs. I'm not sure whether we can actually find something that would help us here. Maybe a brain, like some kind of brainstorm. No, brainstorm wouldn't do it. Brainstorm. Nah. Still not good enough. Close, but not good enough.
I would just Tasha's just to see what they got.
We can't touch us.
Oh.
Double.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's go for the second game. Not too much we could do there. I think they're just like too fast. We probably have to go for the combo angle again.
Mm.
And then like bring in something like this. Take out this guy. Remove this. Remove La Crab. Remove the surgical. And more crabs. Okay. Oh, now we have to... Okay, if we bring something in, then we definitely bring these in. And then we take out... They don't really search the library at all, if I remember correctly, right? Let's take
I didn't
these
see
out.
anything.
No, I don't think there's anything.
Unless they run sagas. I don't know.
No, they run Blood Moon. no sagas in this town. Okay, this is the worst, but it's is this really the best we can do? Like bring in 3 blockers, and they are blue, I guess. It's the closest I can think of that does something. Yeah, and also they have some synergy with Voidwalker. Okay, let's try this.
I could see it bringing in like the surgical and over Room Crab just for... I don't know. Never mind.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is a pretty good hand. Like the only thing is missing is like actually a way to get a basic
Dark Ritual.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dark Ritual, but also a way to get a basic Swamp would be nice. But at least we get the turn 1 Thoughtseize. Perform any opening hand actions? Yes. Opponent kept 7. Okay, so how much mana they got? They got 3 mana, 4 mana. Yeah, they can go turn 1 Trinisphere, which would be annoying. They can also go turn 1 Fable, which is annoying. I almost want to take the Chromox just so they're... Actually, no, they still have red mana.
I would take the Trinisphere.
Yeah. This is like the #1 thing that I see where I want to take the Trinisphere. Now I'm like trying to see, is there anything that might be better if I took it? But no. Let's take the Sphere. Watch them draw Trinisphere. This is how it works. Thoughtseize, the Secret Vampiric Tutor. Whatever you pick, they draw. Spirit Guide imprinted, Fable. Okay, let's see what we can find. Okay, Force is good, Brazen Borrower is good. Let's just keep drawing stuff that we want. Like this way we just dig deeper.
You would just ponder.
Yeah. And probably not shuffle, yeah. Yeah, like it. Let's draw the Brainstorm. Also, let's do this in the correct order. Like this. Use Ponder's ability, no. Okay. Basically, we have like 1.5 protection spells, like Brazen Borrower is protection-ish. Like if they want to like kill us early, we can protect us, and if they have something for hard protection, we got Force. Still gotta find that 4th land though. Well, let's see. Oh, what did they discard? They got rid of the city and the Shadow Skull. Oh, we might need to force this. This is just like too quick.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not too quick, but I think it might be. Let's get rid of it. I hate that card. It kills so much quicker than I always think it does. There's a world where maybe we keep the brainstorm. I think the way to do it is like to have balls and keep the brainstorm and be like, okay, they're not gonna kill us. We don't need this protection thingy.
Find the dark ritual. Yeah.
Yeah, we know what's on top right now. It's just like 2 more lands. Or 1 more land. Oh, I think it's 2 more lands. Yeah. You draw the brainstorm and there's like, basically, yeah, there's 2 more lands. There's the tap land that comes into play now, and then the turn after we got the I think fetch land was. Yeah, okay. We basically already have 4 lands, so turns out fine. We need them to not kill us during the next 3 turns. Or 2 turns. This one, the next one.
But we have a bounce, so that helps.
Yeah, that's true. Bombardiers.
So I would... well, they don't have any flying things, so it's not like we can really block with Borrower.
I'm just like trying to figure out whether I want to bounce it right now or next turn when they try to make a token of it. Actually, no, we can't do it next turn because we will be tapped out. Okay, petty theft. I guess this guy. Ah, they still got it? Okay. Well, can't really do anything. So hopefully they don't have enough to kill us next turn, but they might actually have. There's a good chance they got enough to kill us. Dude, that kills so insanely quickly, it's not even funny. I think they already have enough. Yeah, they already threw something at us here. Now we take point of damage. So next turn we take 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, dude, they already got enough. What can you do? I told you, right? This guy, like, we even forced the first one, but the second one got us. This kills so much quicker than you ever think it does. That card is so good. Yeah, now they just, like, throw anything at us. Okay. Okay. We were ready for the 3 and 1, instead we got the 2 and 2. That's still fine though. Like to play first? Sure. This is not exciting, but kind of like playable. You wanna keep it? Ooh, you're not there anymore.
Sorry, I was distracted. My cat got in the studio and she was running all around.
Oh, she was like doing all the mixes.
She was hiding under the couch and running through this and that, and I had to get her. But I got her.
Oh, okay.
So let me see. This hand seems kind of slow versus them. I would just...
Well, you don't know what we're up against, right?
Oh, we lost the last match.
We lost the last, yeah. Yeah, the Bombardier is just too quick. It deals so much damage. Like, it deals 4 damage the turn it comes down, then it deals 4 damage the next turn. It's basically like a 4/4 haste. And it can deal even more damage.
I would...
If you don't really... Like, the opponent was last seen playing Painter 4 days ago, so there's a good chance they still play Painter, and, like, Position Agent is annoying for Painter. So...
Are we on the play?
Yeah. I think we keep it.
I would try it.
Yeah. I also think we keep it. Pawn's still trying to figure it out. Would be funny if the pawn was streaming as well. You know, sometimes it happens. You run to somebody else who's streaming, and then you can later watch it back from their perspective.
I always want to get a match against Arkan and then watch his stream, because I watch his streams too.
Oh, that's
and I've done a couple with him. Like, he's hosted a couple of my mill decks.
Ah, okay. I think he's like really into pre-modern right now, right?
And then like Legacy, he's been playing a lot of Scam.
Yeah, of course. That's really good. Oh, dude, none of those cards actually, let's send this one back. If this is actually Painter, I'm not excited about these cards. Brazen Borrower, maybe. Like, break up a combo or something. Oh, I see where this is going. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's mono blue Painter. Oh, okay, this is different. This is different. Let's put this one down. Almost just want to bounce this one. Is there anything? Actually, there's not even anything good they can get, right? You know what? Let's just chill. You know, I kind of wanna see them get Painter at some point, and then we use our opposition agent on their Ursa Saga, so we can get Grindstone. That would be something.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah, I want that. It happened to me, like, at times. Your opponent, like, all of a sudden is like a Grindstone in the sideboard in their Saga deck, even though they don't play Painter. And then they get me out of nowhere. Grim Monolith. Okay. One's going hard on this. Honestly, Grim Monolith I want to bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't even use it to Grindstone themselves. Interesting. I'm actually proactively playing Opposition Agent here, because the opponent can't really do anything about this anyway, and this way it's less likely for them to have drawn Force of Foil. Okay, opponent. Are we gonna get our own Grindstone here? How's it gonna work? Maybe they got some... Oh, dude, they got so much stuff. Also, they have Paint on hand. Oh, they got another Saga. Yeah, that's not helping them. Yeah, opponent is in trouble. Opponent is in big trouble. I mean, they have Emery, which helps, but... Let's see what we get here. We don't want Boots. We don't want Key. I guess Lantern is kind of decent. Grindstone. Honestly, I kind of want Lantern just so it cuts off their mana production with Emery. It's not great, but I mean... something. What else is there? I mean, we could also just randomly draw a card with Bobble, but I'm not too excited about that. Sorgat Lantern also draws a card. Mux doesn't do anything. Kind of want to
maybe just a Lantern.
I kind of want to get the Grindstone, but that's just bad. So how much mana do they have this turn? So this turn they got 3 mana. So this turn... They can almost kill us next turn.
Well, if we do get a Grindstone and just can keep it open...
Yeah, the thing is that never works though, because they wait for their turn, and then they Grindstone, they play Painter and Grindstone us. And then even if we Grindstone them back, we still die because it's our turn then, and then we draw for the turn.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why I said it's like, it's kind of cool when it happens, but it rarely ever happens. So how is their turn gonna work now? So this turn they will probably like play the second Saga, play Painter Servant, play Petal, and pass. Then the next turn they're gonna have like 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, and they can kill us on Grindstone. Yeah, oh, dude, that's we probably have to get the Sorgat Lantern just so we can stop them from killing us next turn. Yeah, actually there's no other way even. Okay, let's see what they're gonna be up to. It's kind of funny, right? They've been crippled like really badly,
and then they could just all out of nowhere win.
Yeah. Good deck, huh? So next time we need to like cast this and then keep it available so they can't recast the Petal. The problem is then they at some point they just like, oh, they do it this way. Okay, I guess there's also a way to do it this way. It's a little bit more awkward. Actually, that works. Oh, dude, that works really well. Because now they don't need to go for the graveyard. Oh, that works even better. Yeah, because next turn, they just like have enough mana anyway. Unless they tap this. If they tap this, they rely on the graveyard again. Okay, that's not good. Unless they draw a land, of course. I mean, if they draw a land, nothing matters anyway. But right now, next turn, they're gonna have like 1-2 mana, and then they need to get... Okay, okay, this one... I can see why they're doing it this way. This way they are allowed to cast Thoughtcast. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense as well. The name, by the way. The name Green. Ah, sure. I mean, it's soup. Is there anything we can do? Yes, we can... Let's see if there's anything on the deck that helps us. No. Scheming Symmetry. Like land, Scheming Symmetry, Dark Ritual. Yeah, there's like Dark Ritual, Scheming Symmetry, get their last Grindstone them, but I don't think there's enough mana. Brainstorm, Dark Ritual, Scheming Symmetry. God. 3 mana, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe. It's probably the only way that works anyway. Like, if you fail on a Brainstorm, we can still fall back on Soulguide Lantern and hope they didn't draw another land. They might also play Force of Will now that I think about it. But we can't really beat that anyway.
Or aren't the cards in their hand green though, so they can't force?
Oh, they are green in addition.
Oh, in addition, yeah.
Green Helms looks really cool, by the way. Never seen it done like that. Let's do it like this. And like this. And then we need to do this. And we need to get rid of the Lotus Petal in their graveyard. And then we just gotta hope that they don't have another mana source. And I mean, even then it only buys us one more turn. Okay. The thing is, I don't even want to use the crabs. The problem is, if we use the crabs here, I guess we can actually use the crab, in which case we don't draw for the lantern. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Oh, this doesn't feel good, but it's the only way to really do it. Guess we wait for the next crab next turn. This one can attack. Yeah, we're like in a 2% chance of winning this game spot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's much more than 2%, because if they really can't find anything... Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna say, if they really can't find anything, then on the next turn, we actually get their last Grindstone of the Saga here, and then we win. But, yeah. Yeah, there's not even a point. I'm just like... They just Grindstone us. Okay. What's the play against them? Painter, combo. I think against Painter we once again have to do this. It's probably also like this. Because they can kill us like too quickly that we can actually rely on grinding them out here. So let's do it like this, like this, like this. Pashas is like not very good against them at all. Like actually terrible against them. Let's get the 4th Brazen Borrower. And then at least one discard spell. Actually, let's get rid of this one scheming and a second discard spell. Oh. Oh, and also... Actually, no. It's not that bad to have 2 Ensnaring Bridges. I guess they're gonna make a bunch of constructs. Oh... Dude, this is the kind of hand where I feel like this is so unexciting. But at the same time, going to 6 is also terrible. But I think we gotta ship this one, right? Like, we got nothing that does anything for us.
Yeah, I'd ship it.
Okay, this one we can keep. Let's get rid of this. And... let's do this. We still gotta find 2 combo pieces. At least we got decent mana. I'm running this one out just so, like, on the off chance that they have some search library thingy. Which is like, they probably don't have that. So just so they might be incentivized to not do it. This one. Is this the turn where they explode? Yeah, they pay 3 life. It's probably... Just Painter is okay. Are they gonna name green again? I like green. I want to see a green ensnaring bridge. No, blue. Boring. Why would they name blue? Okay.
Still looks cool.
I guess they name blue so they can pitch more stuff to Force of Will. Okay, okay. I can see it. Blue bridge. It sounds like some future technology brought to you by IBM. Our new IBM Blue Bridge processors are much faster than our Red Bridge processors. We're not sure why we didn't make them blue in the first place. Okay. I mean, now we got the kill.
There is a world.
Actually, no, I was gonna say we got the kill next turn. I totally forgot that this is not Helm. in my head, this was Helm. Oh, they forced this. Force pitched the One Ring. Oh, okay. Sure. Interesting. It actually scares me that they pitched the One Ring here because the One Ring is insane with Manifold Key. It looks like they're out of mana. Is that really it? Ah, they're gonna play something post-com. No! Okay. Okay, you got the extra card, sir. Let's do it like this. Well, you forced our Voidwalker. Are you also gonna force our Leyline? No way. You were scared of the Voidwalker, but are you scared of the Leyline? Nah. Oh, Buke, sure. Okay, interesting. I mean, their hand might be full with that kind of stuff right now. Saga, this is how they win then. Saga either like makes enough tokens, or they just like straight up kill us with the grindstone that's gonna come off the third one. +1/+0 and haste. Okay, we keep finding ways to maybe win the game. Actually, let's play it properly. Let's get this one out. And this one, this one, this one, this one. Opponent, we got 1 turn to find our 4 of Helm. We can even... No, let me see. We can even put Brainstorm on top next turn. Then we can Brainstorm. Then we find the Helm. We can Dark Ritual into it. I also haven't played against Lava Spur Boots a lot. I don't know if it's good in this deck. It's surprisingly good in the deck that... Oh, well, that kills us. That's... Oh, God. I don't think we have any way to beat this. It's good in Dominic Harvey's. Like, check out Dominic Harvey's deck that he won Energy... I think it was Minneapolis or Indianapolis with. Like, the second most recent NRG event. The most recent... Energy Legacy event. Was really good in that deck from what I saw. Okay. I'm not sure there's...
They're gonna name Helm.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna win this game with Helm at this point. Like, you know how we're gonna win? You know how we're gonna win? We can actually win. No, we cannot. But we can, like, at least not lose. And that is if we find a position agent. Because then we grab the grindstone. We still can't activate it. But, you know, it's a start.
Stops them.
But the problem is they can probably minus and get something from the graveyard, from outside that still wins the game. So they named Helm of Obedience, yeah. Didn't name Helm of Awakening as some people sometimes do. Okay, Brazen Borrower, I guess. That's... Brazen Borrower can bounce, yeah. Okay, we can technically bounce this and discard it. That still doesn't do it, though. This is actually kind of hilarious. We can also, like, bounce this one and discard it. And then hopefully they don't have another one in the sideboard. Because, like, this kills us. That's the problem. But that's basically the closest we got. Let's say we bounce... Wait, you can't even bounce Planeswalkers? What? On a permanent upon control. Why wouldn't we be able to bounce this one? Oh, we can, right? Yeah. But we don't want to. And we gotta do this. Oh, they have ward as well? Oh my god. Totally forgot about that, but we still got enough mana to do it. Okay, and now we take it, and then we lose to the Wandering. Holy shit. Dude, that deck is stacked. That deck is really good. It feels like for years we keep saying that these like mono blue mid-range stacks kinda are really good. And they also have like insane win percentages. But you rarely see them win big tournaments. Okay, opponent's like 1 mana short of doing it. Oh no, they got one floating there. If they have paint on the sideboard, they're gonna take it. Yeah, they chose Paint the Servant. That's gonna be good enough. Yeah, well, it didn't really feel like a 1-4. Honestly, it felt like we are almost like we were so close to 3-2 or 3-1 even.
Didn't we do a 2-3?
No, we did a 1-4. No, you're right. You're right. We did 2-3. You're right. We started out 2-1 and then we lost 2, but we almost won the second, the fourth one. You're right. You're right. Well, 2-3.
So good in that average. 2-3,
yeah.
3-2.
Yeah. A lot of people who play like top tier legacy decks, they get that exactly kind of average anyways. But yeah, legacy right now is pretty tough. Like you've seen how often we've actually brought in I feel like we've brought this in almost every single time. Just because legacy is like pretty fast. And even if they don't kill you fast, they are like pretty fast to establish like board state where it's really hard. So yeah, that's all I can really say about it right now. I'm not a big fan of like what the format is like right now. Hopefully it's gonna change in some way, but who knows? It usually does.
Still a lot of fun.
200% I miss playing Energy Flux to that card. When I played Vintage, the first time I played against Energy Flux in Vintage, I was like, oh, super easy, I just pay with my workshop. Oh, no, I don't. That's the one where you have to pay like 2 on every upkeep for every artifact you control. It's just like, that's terrible. What are you up to for the rest of the day, man?
I've got a bunch of lessons. I got a music session tonight. Might do some mixing in between on that poker song. Maybe get some sushi right now.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple hours until my. I've actually got a few hours now before I have to work. So I think it's either sushi or.
Send me some pictures. If you get
or
sushi,
work.
send me pictures. Well, sometimes it's sushi plus work. That's the best kind of sushi.
Or sushi plus work, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't decided yet, but yeah, mostly probably just chilling. I might just hang here and hang with my nephew that's over here, but definitely got to eat something nice because I did do a gym session before our stream, so I'm hungry right now.
You can justify it? Okay. Awesome, Kevin. So have a great time. And everybody, if you want to see more of this, let us know. We've been streaming this for, I want to say like
2 years.
At least, right? Something like
that.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Like people in paper events. I told you about that one guy, right? Who came up to me. He was like, "Hey, aren't you that Mill streamer?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is what I'm. This is. I used to be that guy and that guy and that guy, and now I'm the Mill guy." Okay, man. I'm also gonna try to grab something to eat. And yeah, everybody, have a good time, and see you again next time, everybody. Bye bye.
All right, man. See you, Julian. Thanks.